Is it working now? Okay, there we go. Finally. Yo, sorry guys. I don't know what happened. Like my whole YouTube account just like farted on itself. Sorry about that, guys. But we're good now. Ah, that was annoying. Okay. We got the camera back. We got everything up. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. We're good now. We're good now. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Okay. Hopefully the people who missed out come here. I'm gonna go copy the new link. The old. All right, guys, we're here. We're ready. We're live. Sorry about the technical difficulties. OBS being a pain in the ass, and then YouTube also being a pain in the ass. Changed my stream key for no reason, so I had to go and change the stream key for some fucking reason. All right. Just saw the 139 rant. Appreciate you for watching. All right, guys. We're back. We're back. We're litty. We're litty. We're good to go now. All right, so we're gonna get in with the team now. I'm gonna get them on the call. All right, guys. Thanks for your patience. We're in now. What's up? Oh, there an echo?
Yeah, I think Salma's echoing a little bit. She'll fix it.
Okay. I thought it was coming from me. Okay, let me put you guys on. Put you guys on the screen 1 second. Full screen.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you. What's up?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Bear with me 1 second, guys.
Yeah, I'm using my phone to communicate through Discord, so I have the YouTube in front of my face on the laptop.
Oh, I get you, and it's like echoing. Okay.
Yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm having my laptop muted since I'm hearing you anyway from my phone now. So I could just
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, same.
yeah, so I could at least see the YouTube in front of me muted.
Okay, cool. I'm trying to see. Work with Discord. Hold on one.
Yeah, I'm gonna take your time.
Alrighty. All right.
Exciting.
All right. We can start now. Let's get this started. Let me get the questions up for you guys. So we're gonna do an introduction of the team first. And by the way, this will be uploaded onto YouTube for the people who miss out. Sure, I put it up there. So I'm start the recording.
Okay.
All right, so this is the interview with the AOT No Requiem team. You know, they got the first part of their work coming out Friday, May 29th. So we're just going to be doing an interview with them today. You know, seeing where their head is, giving them lots of love and appreciation for their hard work, and just seeing how they feel about Attack on Titan in general. You only see starting soon.
Yeah, on that link.
Um, I sent the second link. Sorry about that.
Oh, sorry. Where'd you send
Yeah,
it?
let me.
I've got it. I've got it. I'm here.
Thank you. Yeah, because I had an issue with that first stream.
All right. Then I need to reshare it then. 1 second.
Take your time. All right, so we're just going to be doing introductions of the staff. They're gonna introduce themselves for you guys who don't know them, and we'll go from there with our questions.
Okay, I'm just gonna share it on Twitter quickly.
Yeah, take it.
Somebody said, "Damn, whose voice is that? It's sexy as fuck."
What?
I think it's
Trolls.
talking about you, Vera.
No, it's about Saint. Duh.
Not about me.
I think they're
Yeah,
talking
it's
about
all this.
you got a sexy
You're talking
voice.
about Vera.
That.
Turn their volume up. Their volume's too low. Okay.
Just one sec. I'm just making it on Instagram quickly.
Should be good now. Is it good now?
Yeah.
I think you guys should hear them better now. I turned it up for them.
Okay. Oh my god, is Rents here? Rents, no.
All right, we got 200 people in here. Thank you guys for tuning in. About to start the interview very soon.
I think some people are still on the old link, so I'm just having everybody switch over.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry about that.
Just give them a couple more minutes. No,
Yeah,
it's
it's all
okay. I
good.
shared the other one initially, so that's why.
It's all good. It's all good.
Are we playing some music in the background for everybody?
Yeah, we can
I
place a
got you.
little something.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I thought that'd be nice. That's a nice touch. I know, some sweet jazz. Attack on Titan style.
Attack on Titan Jazz.
Can you imagine? Attack on Titan jazz.
Farmer Kun. I'm
They
just
wanted
making
me-
another quick story. I'm just gonna make another story. Let people know we've changed the link.
Yeah. Okay. That was the most requested question, by the way. What
The
happens
Farmer
to the
Kun.
phone?
Which one?
What happens to
Farmer Kun? Oh my
Kun? Yeah. Everybody wants to know what's gonna happen. You're gonna have a major part to play.
Well, we've named him Antonio.
Oh, you
Yeah.
actually named him.
He's
Yo,
the,
no,
he's
that
the
was
new main
totally
character.
Seriously,
He-
no.
he
You've already
replaces
given
Aaron.
him more. You've already given him more than Isayama did. With the name.
No, that's he's, everybody. Antonio the MC. I know. It's so funny.
Only MC we know.
I thought we agreed on Daniel.
No,
I thought it was Alan.
Unpartial.
There must be some communication.
So we agreed on nothing. Antonio, go. Yes, Lack likes Antonio.
I think
Okay,
everybody's
I think we've given how many of you? Okay, 246. I think we're pretty good now.
Yeah, we're
Name's
good. And like I
Antonio
said, it would be
Vida
a
de la-
pod, so. All right, so now we're really starting the interview this time. We're going to be doing an interview with the Attack on Titan AOT No Requiem team about their work and getting it hyped up for their first part, releasing May 29th, guys. This Friday, we're getting their work and we're all hoping and praying that it's going to be amazing, but we know that they're doing their best, and we're very excited. So, like I said, show them tons of love in the chat during this. Any super chats you guys do, by the way, I should have super chats available. Any super chats going towards them, so let you guys know that.
Oh,
So,
nice of you.
yeah, no problem. It's not going towards them for their work on the project. It's for their interview. Okay, Prudential, relax. All right. So, you guys want to start off with your introductions?
Let's do it.
All right, perfect. I'll go first. So I'm Vera. I'm the social media manager for AOT No Requiem. I'm just basically managing all the socials and just spreading outreach and doing all the public stuff on all that great reposting and all that. So that's what I do.
Yeah, well, I'm Holo, or Uplift Spice. I'm the head writer. I help flesh out a lot of aspects of the plot and the script, and help with coordinating the writers.
Hi, everybody. I am known as Somnu on Twitter. I'm the head character artist for Attack on Titan No Requiem. I draw all of the characters' faces and expressions, and I make sure that the art style is consistent all throughout. I also guide and supervise the artists and distribute the tasks. Go ahead, Kay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Kay Leinhart. I'm the executive head artist and writer for Attack on Titan No Requiem. I am the project manager, head doncho, what have you. Essentially, I brought the team together, and my job has been basically to manage everyone in their duties, making sure everything's been carried out on time, making sure everything's uploaded correctly, I also manage all the storyboards, so all of the basic concepts, all of the vision, everything that you see. I'm the one who fleshes it out after I talk to the writers and discuss all the things that we do. So yeah, essentially I'm the one the big kablooey, putting it all together, creating the pages that you guys are going to see very, very soon.
All right, all right, all right. Well, now that we know everybody, there were some points that you guys wanted to address before we started the interview about some things that have gone on, you know, I got in the social media atmosphere in regards to this project.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of points I think we need to talk about. I think just to start off, we obviously want to talk about just kind of some of the initial impressions from a lot of folks who are hearing about us or hearing from us directly or just of us in general. Some people have had some kind of, obviously negative responses, a lot more positive. Some people feel neutral. Essentially, something that I wanted to clear up just kind of from the get-go. Some people are just really concerned in terms of like how our attitude is in regards to making the project. I really want to make it upfront and clear that we are not doing this to disrespect, to rag on, to be smug, or just in any way antagonistic towards Isayama. I think all of us on the team have the highest respect for him and the highest respect for this work altogether. Otherwise, we just would not be here. We wouldn't be doing anything really. We wouldn't be. I wouldn't have bothered to, put the team together, to feel inspired to get this entire thing moving. I just love this story so much. I've dedicated 8 years of my life to just really following through, and I've built really close relationships with people because of it. I've started a lot of other projects inspired from it. So this to me, at least to me personally, I want to make sure that this ending is one that we can all agree is what we wanted to see, what the that sums up all the themes, everything that we've been looking forward to in a way that feels satisfying. Those of you who enjoyed the ending, I am super happy for you. Like, I honestly am very pleased that there was positive reaction to it, that people were able to really enjoy it as it is, and maybe you received it and interpreted it in a way that works for you. I'm totally 100% for that. But I want to make it clear that this project is literally for everybody who just didn't enjoy it, didn't have that same reaction, was very disappointed, was very hurt by it. So we want to do that. We want to make it clear that that's our intention, to give a satisfying ending to those who were unsatisfied. So that's one of the first things I want to mention. Yeah, there's that. Did anybody else want to add on to that?
No, you pretty much got it. Do you want to talk about the meaning of fixed it, because a lot of people are still bringing it back?
Right.
Yeah.
That first tweet.
Yeah, so that's another thing that I wanted to talk about. Also in regards to like certain things. Oh, but forget to mention, if you guys want to have more accurate information, definitely follow us directly on Twitter, on Instagram, on Tumblr, like our actual official pages. That way, so you guys don't get any mix up of information moving forward. It seems like we have a lot of speculative things being spread around by other like sources of information outside of us. So if you want to make sure that you're getting actual information direct from us, definitely follow us on our socials, and that's how you're going to get information a lot faster without having to worry about anybody stepping on anybody's toes. Now, in the meaning of fix it, when I first posted that tweet on Twitter, that kind of blew up and had a lot of people like jump on my DMs and start flinging a bunch of crap at me. There is the term the fix it endings. It's a pop culture reference. It's very it's part of internet history. So for those of you who haven't been on the internet for very long, you probably haven't heard of it. The concept of a fix it fic is not based on disrespect. It's literally just fan fiction. It's something where if you personally visualized an ending not at all the way it actually ended up being. So there's plenty of fix it fics for, going as far as Star Trek, Harry Potter, a bunch of other things too. Like you'll find, even Game of Thrones has started its own fix it fan fiction. It's a big part of internet history and culture. So I didn't say it essentially to be like, oh, I'm gonna fix it because I'm better than you. That's not the intention at all. Though I do understand why it was perceived that way. Yeah. But there is that background, so that makes a little bit more sense. It was in regards to putting the label as I've known it since I've been on the internet since I was like a teenager. So there's that. Let's see.
Got a super chat from Razmik, $49.99. Appreciate you. Thank you very much for your generosity. But go ahead. What were you gonna say, Kay?
No, right. It was just that. Let's see here. I mean, that's fantastic. Thank you so much. Additionally, then basically moving from that, just some quick questions in regards to like where we're starting. So we will be picking up at the end of chapter 136. So if you guys want to prep yourselves, go ahead and reread the manga however you like, and then just stop at 136 because the chapter will pick up, or at least Attack on Titan no Requiem will be picking up from the end of that, just right after. So that's going to be a little bit easier to kind of pick up on that. And yeah, I think I already kind of covered the whole aspect of negative information and so on.
Yeah.
Like, I do also want to clear that for at least in the regards of how we are as a team, I'm not personally bothered by any of the hatred. I mean, any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, see, that's a question that a lot of people want to ask, but I felt like it was. I mean, obviously it happens, but I don't think that from what I understood talking to you guys, I don't think it had that much of an effect on you guys. I think you guys understand that obviously people are going to be upset with it, but at the end of the day, you're free to, like, no one can stop you from creating something as long as you're not trying to profit from it, which you guys aren't. Then that's it.
Right, exactly. One of the main things that I wanted to, I mean, at least address with that, I've had some people really concerned and sending me a lot of DMs and just messages asking to see how I'm doing. I've got a lot of like experience in doing things like this before in the past, where, you know, I've participated in projects similar to this. A lot of these projects never ended up going anywhere, which is, I think, par for the course for a lot of people and for a lot of projects kind of like this.
Yeah.
But you know, I've developed thick skin, I guess you would say, in regards to just being on the internet overall. You're gonna have people who are going to tell you to die for literally posting a picture of a cat and saying, "Oh, that's funny." Like, you know, people are gonna be like, "Well, maybe go die." Like, I mean, you cannot, you know, emotionally put yourself so dependent on the behaviors of people that you don't really know about, nor you can control about. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
absolutely,
I think for anybody who wants to move on and make a project similar to this, I think one of those big main factors in terms of being prepared to accept a kind of project like this or a kind of endeavor like this, it really requires that thick skin where so long as you are moving forward with honesty and integrity in the way that you know you can do, you're not trying to scam anybody, you're just being the best that you can be. The hate is not going to matter because the story that you end up coming up with, the stuff that you put out that really affects people in a good way, those are the people you're going to want to focus. That's your audience right there. So focus on your audience, focus on those people. And the hate is just going to build more publicity. It's just going to, you know, get more people to know about you and use that, you know, turn it positively and you'll go far.
Absolutely. That's the best mindset to have. I was pretty sure you guys had that mindset. So, but addressed it now, so that's perfect. I think that's a perfect segue into our first question, so we can get into these topics that everyone wants to know about how you guys feel about these things. So the first question we have is Eren and his change as a character in chapter 139 is one of the largest concerns for the community. We're sure you'll be making changes to him, but are you also going to be focusing on fixing issues that people have in 139 related to other characters as well?
Yeah, I would say describing chapter 139 in its entirety as like an issue is an apt description. Narrowing down specific isolated issues is kind of difficult when the entire thing is kind of just so hard to work with. We tried to address all issues we could reasonably, given the scenario and resources we had to work with and the ability to cut at certain areas and as far back. But fixing issues with like the characters, especially Eren, was an obvious priority given how egregiously he was assassinated. And I think we did a pretty good job of addressing everything rather than just focusing on I don't know, like making Eren more consistent as a character. I think everything was pretty fleshed out well. Yeah,
for sure. I mean, also I think on top of that, like there are some particular plot points that, like he mentioned, there's just not a few things that we're not gonna be able to address.
Yeah, like a lot of things were established way far in advance. We had to kind of work around, and I think we managed to integrate them very well. But we can't just retcon the entire story or something.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
we have the capacity of being able to do that right now. I mean,
Right.
there are other projects that are like Operation Usurper, Operation Cost of Freedom. There's a few others as well that I mean, I can't remember offhand that are tackling the entirety of the rumbling arc. But our focus is just, you know, picking up from 136.
All right, appreciate you. Thanks for the super chat from Sweet Coconut. Appreciate you. $5. We very much appreciate that. And the next question, let's see here. There are many people who may not speak English who want to enjoy your work. Can you release textless versions of AOT No Requiem in order to make it easier for people to translate it for you guys? Because we're not expecting you guys to make it and translate it to all these other languages.
Okay, so I'll be answering that. So we're actually not going to be posting textless versions, but a lot of translators already on our team that we've
Okay.
contacted kind of prior
Okay.
to even kind of finishing the script, so we have them available for us. So right now we have over 17 different languages.
Okay.
We'll be posting that as it kind of comes to light, but if there's a language requested that we don't currently have a translator for, then we can try to look for somebody there. But we won't be actually providing those images.
Okay, fair enough. All right. All right. So what's the biggest thing about Attack on Titan's original ending that you guys consider to be the most disappointing? And also, what do you find is the best thing about the end?
Yeah. So finding one or a couple to say for this was kind of difficult, but beyond the most obvious one of Aaron's character being completely ruined in the last chapter, we found issues a lot with basically everyone's motivations being horribly skewed in one way or the other to perhaps find solidarity or make up with certain characters to make people feel better, like the rumbling being glorified to Armin or Mikasa, or having Eren put it in an entirely different light to find some common ground between them was kind of unacceptable. The way that the Jaegerists were treated, the way that from even like onto the port scene, the Alliance being treated with almost like invincible plot armor, being able to overcome every single issue that they met with impunity, being able to get through that overwhelmingly easy, as well as Historia being sidelined, the misplaced humor, the everything seemed to work out a little too well. Everyone was a little too protected the entire time, which is just very uncharacteristic for Attack on Titan. Just kind of worked out all too well in a very bad direction, kind of destroying everyone's motivations along the way, and all the prior foreshadowing and whatnot.
So I also wanted to add, like one of the things I also disliked about the ending was Ymir's motivation at staying in Path. That it was revealed that she's in love with her pedophile rapist, and I actually made a whole ass thread about this in my Twitter. Hopefully you'll check it out. But I hated personally I found it insulting and unnecessary, just because her having that slave mentality was already enough reason to keep her in a path. Also, it completely disregards the foreshadowing from Freckle Ymir and Historia's backstories. What about the best thing, guys? The best thing about the ending?
Yeah, what's the best thing?
I
There's
like
so
the
many
art.
amazing things.
I mean, I guess to kind of back off of that, like I mean, a lot of people are gonna say, "Well, you just didn't understand the ending." They're gonna start and rubbing that in our faces and saying, "Well, you just didn't know how to read it," or guys. At the end of the day, art is up to interpretation. No matter what you do, you're going to have different interpretations and different reactions, different emotional responses to art in general. That's why the story is so good, because it caused so much emotional connection and responses from all of us. I think a lot of us really got attached to a lot of characters, and their overall journey, very very strongly, and there's nothing wrong with that. And so I think a lot of people who did enjoy the story, like, or at least did enjoy the ending, from being able to kind of read into that and seeing how some people have been able to like justify how it is and kind of say, well, like, I liked it because this reason,
Right.
that your interpretation of that is your own. You viewed it differently from how we did, and that's perfectly fine. how you liked it is totally cool. Like I'm not going to tell you that you're absolutely wrong and that you're a horrible human being for disagreeing with us, because that's just not how life works.
Right.
But,
Okay.
I mean, this again, remember guys, this is just our opinions on the fact. We are not 100% correct. You can definitely tell us, well, you're wrong, and you'll be 100% correct for that in your way. But at the end of the day, we are also viewing art, and we have to criticize the media and the pieces of art that we view. Criticism is part of it. Criticism is huge in terms of experiencing art and music and storytelling. It has to be a part of it. We have to be able to criticize elements that have been built up. That's why, I mean, it's a craft. You know, some people are going to love it, some people are going to hate it, and that's neither here nor there. But it's really important, I think, for everybody to understand that. I mean, for me, I agree. I was so angry when I read the ending, because I essentially saw all of this build up lead to, and the main character lost. You know, maybe
Yeah.
that was the intention. You know, maybe that was the intention for Isayama. He wanted to create a really emotionally impactful story where the main character loses, and he loses pathetically, and he breaks down crying, and he has a tantrum. And that's how he betrays the readers. Maybe that was his intention.
Yeah.
Was it
Maybe.
successful? I mean, you tell us.
For
I
some
mean,
people.
Some people,
we as
right?
the audience make the
Okay.
decision whether or not that worked. So,
Okay.
yeah. Oh,
Should we address all these like abundant of disrespecting the author that we've been getting?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I
I
mean,
think
Like, do they
I kinda
not
like
know
that.
that fan fiction and doujinshi is legal in Japan? Like
Yeah.
something like that?
so
Yeah.
so the thing is, like, even an author's opinion on his work is not objective. He can have a great opinion of his work, and then we could disagree with him on it, and both are equally valid interpretations. The fact that we I mean, I personally love Attack on Titan. I mean, the majority of the story, or else I wouldn't be here, like
All of
Kay said
us do.
earlier. Yeah, all of us do, obviously, but some certain aspects of it we can egregiously or immensely disagree with while respecting him, but just find different opinions. I mean, it's kind of crazy that we have to explain this so much, but a lot of people don't really understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, there is no objectivity in this. If you like black or blue, we can't really tell you right or otherwise. Or I mean, that's the same thing for having opinions on different types of plots or story aspects.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Right. And I mean, it is what it is. It's a fan ending. It's
Yeah.
you don't have to read it. You don't
Yeah.
have to like look at it. You can enjoy your canon stuff
Exactly.
for as long as you want, man. Have a party. Enjoy it. We're gonna have our
Enjoy.
own ending. We're gonna enjoy it that way too. And I hope that this at least is able to keep people within the fandom, and at least people come back and still keep enjoying it, keep ingesting, and be like,
Yeah.
hey, if you didn't love it, here's this other option instead, and then let's
Right.
just have fun. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And can we also address all the cease and desist BS that we've been listening
Yeah,
to?
yeah. As far
Oh
as
my
like
God.
legal
We need
to address
concerns go,
that.
that was another question a lot of people had that I didn't know if I want to ask you guys that.
It's all untrue. We got
Yeah.
we woke up one day, we got a bunch
gonna-
of Tumblr asks. It was insane, but
Yeah.
none of it's true.
Yeah, but and like we
Aaron
said,
asks too. They were all anonymous. Like we're sending a cease and desist. It's like, bro, if
Yeah.
you're really Kodansha, put your name on it, bro. Like,
My favorite one
I'm
was
waiting for
them
the day that like
impersonating.
the FBI sends a cease and desist through like an anonymous Tumblr ask.
I can't wait for that. They even impersonated Som. They said they were our
They
head character
did.
artist, and I was just like, Som,
Yeah,
how dare you do this to us? I
Guys,
felt
yeah,
so invalidated.
Wow.
it just made-
and
it's-
the
it
other
was
thing too, if another artist did receive anything, they'll personally talk to us directly through our
Exactly.
Discord server. And
Mhm.
if you found, like we already stated earlier, if you see anything that anyone spreading false information about us or fake news, please notify somebody in the team. We'll give you more accurate information. That's all.
Yeah. And we're very responsive. Like you'll see on our Twitter, like we always do respond, and Som, Kay, me, we always reply to people as well.
Yeah, I do my
Right.
best to at least answer a lot of the major concerns. But yeah, as of now, like just throughout this entire time, we have not received any cease and desist letters from anybody. We have not
Okay.
received any legal comment, like nothing at all. We are still good. We have been following copyright law as much as we can. That's why we've insisted on being able to keep it a nonprofit, 100% free. You guys are going to be able to receive it 100% free. if you start seeing anybody trying to charge you money to read this chapter, that's a scam. Don't pay to see this like fan-made ending. Don't. It's free, guys. So don't pay for it, please. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're
please
going
don't
to
get
be
scammed, guys, on a fan made.
like,
Good.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, we got that addressed. So now we have another question for you guys. So what do you guys consider to be the core theme of Attack on Titan?
ooh, that's for me. So a recurring theme in Attack on Titan is basically it's the need to really never give up and keep fighting in the face of adversity. One of my favorite quotes of all time is Aaron's quote, which is, everybody's heard it, that if you don't fight, you can't win. You know, if you lose, you die. If you fight, you win. So keep fighting. So that really ties into because he's the main protagonist. So his need for freedom is the main theme. But at the same time, it really delves into what that cost of freedom ends up being. There's a bunch of other sub themes like surpassing the father, ending the cycle of hatred, the whole children of the forest thing, freeing Ymir, the importance of family and friends and found family. There's a bunch of those really cool recurring themes there, but something that has been the main thing has been freedom. What is its cost, and is it worth fighting for? And I think it also ties into, do you prefer to be safe, or do you prefer to have your freedom? So it's interesting.
Definitely, I could agree with you there. I definitely would agree that freedom would definitely be, and what it costs, definitely be a core theme in Attack on Titan. And you can turn that in. You could turn that cost and that drive to get it into a negative. And that's something that I feel like the story was going towards, but I guess not. The next question: who's you guys' favorite character?
Who wants to go first? Okay, you want to go first?
I'll go first. Mine's pretty split, but I mean, primarily Aaron. Big
Aaron's my favorite too. 3139.
For me, like Vera, it'd be Historia.
Her story is a great character. Pre 139 as well.
No, she was so good on 139. She was happy.
She did.
with her sad cake.
With the dude that bullied her. Yeah.
the little
Childhood bully.
Queen of the Wall.
With Antonio.
Antonio bullied her.
Antonio, please cook them a very nice spicy. Give them the food, please.
My favorite, again, well, probably Aaron. I see identify with him the most. If not Aaron, because everyone's saying Aaron, then probably second would be Flo.
Okay, King Flock.
Oh.
Yeah.
King Flo. Yeah.
As for me, it may be a surprising for everybody, but in the beginning of Attack on Titan, my favorite character is actually Mikasa.
No, that's not surprising. I thought she was a good character in the beginning. I don't know what happened, but I thought she was great.
Like her peak characterization is ironically when Aaron died, when she was
Yeah.
gaining
Those
her
6
independence.
episodes.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's like it kind of just tumbled down. So now my new favorite character, especially on season 3, was season 2 was Freckle Ymir, and then after that it changed to Historia. Like I'm not really committed to one character at a time. It changes. So it depending on like what's going on with the current story, it like my character faves are like a change.
I think that's a lot of all of us too, like we all have our, like, not just Aaron obviously, but I mean a lot of us really did like
There's
Flock.
a lot of really good well-written characters.
Definitely.
I was surprised I ended up like liking Flock, because I liked that he was unlikable at first and he was kind of a douche, but then he like big.
He's realistic.
How do you not like Flock?
Yeah.
He's so cool,
Like in the beginning, he seemed like stuck up, and then he goes through this. Okay, so I won't go on
through this.
He seems like he's like really stuck up, and then this terrible thing happens to him, and then he has like, whether you agree or not, an actual motivation behind like the beliefs he holds and the fanaticism he has.
Yeah, Flock had more character development than Mikasa, but that's fine. So the next question we have.
You
for
said
you guys,
that, not us.
Yeah, you guys didn't say it. I can say the things that you guys don't want to say. The next question I have for you guys. This one is probably going to be a little bit more difficult, but it's an interesting question nonetheless. So were there any disagreements among you guys on how the story would go, and if so, could you share them? Um, and what was most challenging about the project? Thank you for the
Right. So,
donations, guys.
oh yeah, thank you guys. Yes, there were disagreements. Essentially, in a group project like this, there's always going to be a change in opinion. There's always going to be people who view things differently. So no one thinks exactly the same. No one has the exact same vision. The way that people idealize the way that they wanted the ending to be is going to be completely different than what somebody else, Joe Schmo down the street, is going to say. Oh, well, I liked it and said like this. Like you're not going to have it 100%. So we did have to discuss quite a lot where essentially we wanted to pick up on. So when the project first began, and I grabbed my first people of the group, and we started talking about themes and so on. Originally, the plan of the project was just to pick up from 139. So essentially pick up right after 138 and then just do a rewrite of the final chapter. That was the intention. But then we brought in more people, we had more writers come in, and then we really just kind of sat down, and for like a full week to almost 2.5 weeks, we just started talking and discussing what were the main themes, what were things, major plot points that were unsatisfied, things that we were seeing a build up to, how we wanted to answer certain questions, what was going to happen to certain characters. Like we really went in deep. Um, so, and especially in regards to, I cannot speak today. In regards to the rumbling, we knew for a fact that we did not want to end up with an ending that glorified genocide, that glorified, you know, certain other elements that happen in the chapter, like Emir being in love with her abuser, um, and a bunch of other things, like just kind of just shoehorned romances that kind of was random, certain dialogues that were just super weird. There was a lot there that we wanted to make sure we handled correctly, but the primary one was how we were going to handle the the idea of ANR, Katsuki no Requiem, being as it is. So we really, really talked about that for a while, and it was like every single day it was a discussion, and we were talking, and we were having voice chats. And with when Hollow jumped in like pretty early on, and at that point we were really talking about like where we were going to start and when we were going to start fixing certain things. I say fixing with quotes. Don't jump down my throat, please. But like basically where we were going to pick up the story. And it was actually Hollow who convinced me that we should pick it up. That the ideal place was to pick it up from 136, because from chapter 137, 38, and 39, I feel like everybody was in agreement in terms of like, I think we all agreed that it was just weird chapters. There was some really weird stuff going on there. I mean, it was already being weird, but like
Yeah.
those chapters specifically had just retconned a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Ended up
Yeah.
going in directions that we were
Yeah.
just like, what is
Necrophilia.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's
a lot of
Right.
a lot of the elements in them were irreconcilable for the kind of story or for the kind of ending
yeah,
we want to have.
yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
like we definitely did talk a lot about that. And I think the most challenging part is, I mean, I think we even had a point where like as we were drawing pages, we'd finalize a few things. I think one of the challenging things is when we started having some new people come in every so often, because every so often we'd recruit somebody new for whatever reason, maybe an artist or something, and all of a sudden like the discussions would start up again even though we had finalized.
Yeah.
And I was like, me and Hollow, there's a few times where we were just like, but we finalized this, we talked about this, like we've gone about this at length. Please let us just continue trying. And there was a lot of grievances on that. But I mean, we did end up with I think that was really good as well for the team, because we really learned to communicate and discuss a healthy way with each other. So nobody was like being outwardly like disrespected or disregarded. I wanted to hear everybody's opinion and make sure that they felt validated in terms of what they were saying and what their arguments were. So it was tough, but we got through it. And I honestly feel like because we had such varying opinions, we can objectively have a better ending. Again, I'm saying so for the fan ending. Don't jump down my throat just for saying better, guys. I'm a human being.
Yeah,
Let me be.
it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. I'm pretty sure most people here are you know,
Yeah, people are dope. I'm messing with
yeah.
them. I'm just joking.
But yeah, okay, that's great. You know, we definitely wanted to know about that to see if you guys had we were sure you guys had some kind of disagreements during the writing process. We just didn't want it to be like, oh yeah, yes, 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 do this, and like it was just like
Oh no,
100% agreement across the board.
no. One
Yeah,
of the main things that I was looking for, I did not want any yes men in my
right.
group. Like no yes men. I was like, I want you to be thinking critically, and I want you to be giving me like actual well put together opinions. If you need to take a moment to send me a proposal and like discuss this correctly, then we'll do that. But I don't want just people going, yeah, that sounds good. Okay, I'll do whatever you want to do, because that's not how these projects are done. So that was definitely one of those major requirements from the start.
All right, perfect, perfect. All right, so and that goes back to our next question. Before this project, do you guys have any experience that was relevant to something like this?
I think I'll start real quick, and then everybody else can go. So I've been in, like I mentioned previously, I have done similar projects like this before in the past. I have done storyboarding and things like that, revisioning for a few other things. Projects that ultimately ended up going nowhere because they were passion projects, but they just didn't have enough fire under people's butts. So people started dropping off like flies, and then nothing got done. I then kind of spearheaded my own personal project with a few other artists that also kind of fell apart because it was based off another series. And I just kind of put it on the back burner. But I have worked in a publishing house as an editor, and I did write stories for a living about a few years ago.
Okay.
So I did actually do like I I had to study this. I went to college for it. I've really gone into creative writing, English, literature. I really focused on a lot of those things and like building up that information because I wanted to write stories for the rest of my life. So I really put in a lot of that effort. The publishing house that I was working at had me originally writing a bunch of like they would essentially send me prompts. I would write based off of those prompts, and the amount of garbage I had to like just like it was so tough, guys. Like I stopped doing that because of the amount of stuff they're saying. We want this kind of story, and I'm like, but that why? Like it's not a good story, but we will pay you for it. And I'm like, oh, fine, I'll do
I
my best,
guess.
make it work as best as I can. And we got some pretty good stuff out there, but like I would not. It's really hard having to sift through some really unworkable concepts and try to turn them into something readable. But yeah, I have plenty of that experience under my belt at least. And I am currently a manager at my current full time job, so I have a lot of that leadership training and stuff like that. So that's how I've been able to make sure that everything was on top of everything. So that's me.
Yeah, Kay's been a godsend of a leader. But in terms of huh?
Thank you.
In
Appreciate
terms
that.
of like the experiences that helped me with like writing and fleshing out the plot, I'm actually a history major in university, and I oftentimes with like friends or online or whatever, I get into a lot of debates about different historical aspects or politics or philosophy. And in terms of, I don't know if this directly helps writing in general, but for me at least, it helped me a lot in being able to properly formulate ideas and formulate different applying a lot of this onto different stories and anime or movies that I've watched. It helps me properly like look at like kind of how things should go realistically, when to do something, when to not do something. It helps me, at least me personally, able to kind of realize when less is more sometimes. Yeah, for me, yeah, like history, politics, and debating them, especially when getting these ideas, saying them to other people was a big help in being able to work on this project.
Yeah, okay. So me next. Hi, it's Somnu. Um, I'm actually a physics major when we're not now that we're on that topic. But since I'm the head character artist, I have been drawing since I was a child, and I'm also really good at imitating art styles. My art style has changed over the years. Um, and I've also written my own fan fictions before since I was a child. And there you go, Vera. That's it.
Oh,
All
yes. Well, I mean, in school, I didn't do any of this. Obviously, I did stats
And I guess like it was more so like in university clubs and whatnot. Like I would do a lot of the marketing coordinator type jobs, and I just like I'm addicted to my phone. I'm always on Instagram and Twitter anyway, so it just works for me. But yeah, definitely doing like PR at school and like especially at work. Like I spearhead a lot of campaigns for marketing and like fundraising purposes, so I've just got a lot of good experience with that.
Yeah. Yes, I think it's really cool how all of you guys are really good at different things that all come together that work well for a project like this. That's really dope.
I
Um,
honestly couldn't have this project done at all if not for the people on my team. Like 100%.
yeah.
I mean, I'm just one part of a major cog. Just I literally am. I'm just one tiny piece to a fantastic group of people. You guys would not be receiving anything nearly as good as what we have right now if I were the only person doing it. And I honestly just want to say, like, to my team, those are you guys who are like listening in on, and then just to get everybody in general, like, I am so proud of the stuff that we work together. I am really humbled to have been, and very blessed to be able to have met these folks. So, I mean, you know what? I'm going to change my answer. The best thing of the Attack on Titan 139 ending was me being able to meet these folks and
Uh,
for all of us to get together. Like, I'm going to say it.
yeah.
Aw.
And the
Start
memes.
your box, you guys. And the
And the
memes.
Don't forget the
Oh,
memes.
and the memes. Oh
And
Yeah,
the
God,
don't forget the
those
memes. That's
memes.
the best part.
For sure.
Um, okay, so the next question, is the ending of Attack on Titan kind of like, forgot that paths existed. Will you guys be using paths will it have an effect on your ending?
So it will have an effect on our ending. That's it. That's the answer.
That's all we can say.
We can't say anything else. That's it.
That's all we need to know. No spoilers. Okay, perfect.
Mhm.
As long as we
Wait and
know it
see.
have something to do with it. Okay, we can use our own heads to come up with something there. All right, and then another question. We don't want to have any spoilers, so you don't have to be specific. But will romance play a major role in your ending?
All right, so to us, romance is like a salt or sugar. Too much of it, and you end up with something inedible without it. You'll end up with something really bland and unappetizing. And that's how we're going to treat this ending. Romance will still be a subplot, but when it does temporarily take center stage, it would be because it's relevant to the plot and character motivations. And yeah,
All right,
that's it.
guys. So you know what that means. Um, all right, cool. Like, I think everyone in here would agree that that's the best way to go about it because we all know that Attack on Titan was not a romance. Still 139. So um,
Yep.
that's great. So we already asked about the legal correspondence, and you already answered that. Okay. So another question: will there be any influences or reoccurrences in your story's ending and the original ending? Like, for example, will you guys be taking anything that happened in the original ending and using it as an influence or inspiration for you guys' ending?
Oh,
Um.
man.
Well, we do have one really important one, and that's the fact that we're gonna have the exact same characters in our ending. So it's a key one. You can't have it without it. So we have the characters,
So
and
you
that's
have the
about it.
same characters and that's it.
That's
Perfect. I think
Yep.
I think we all can agree that's the best possible thing you could do. Um, okay. All right. Now, no, no, here's a serious question. Will you guys be making sure not to over correct the ending to make it too dark and edgy simply to defy the ending that we got?
Okay, so I'll be taking that. So wow, that's a really big question. And I have been thinking a lot about how to answer this one since we received it. So there's a few things that I want to kind of really focus on. So the ending we have is upsetting, and I feel like the purpose of the ending for Attack on Titan is to have it's just not cookie cutter, and it's not supposed to end in a happy way. We really want to address the tragedy of the events that have happened here. People assume that because it's A&R that it's going to glorify and that everything is going to end up all happy go lucky. It's going to be great. Everybody's going to, characters may die, but it's okay. We're going to be all happy anyway and have cookies and cake at the end. No, that's not the intention. I want this to feel like a tragedy. The ending that I wanted to receive and the ending that I was really hoping to get was the kind that was going to make me cry, and the kind that was going to make me sit and talk about it for forever to my friends and all of those who got involved in the story. Like that's what I wanted to do, and that's essentially what we had. But does that mean we're going to make it too dark and edgy? No, that's why we have a balance of a team. You know, we have people who are discussing it. We really did discuss at length in making sure that we could do this in a way that satisfied the ending as it feels. So obviously we did want to, you know, showcase what the negative connotations of a rumbling would present in a lot of its a lot of its aspects, a lot of its angles, but at the same time something that people can visualize in how we want this to be. You know, we have an ending. Our canonical ending ended up being a story where Aaron lost, or he did it all for his friends. Think of that but opposite, and it's still going to cause pain. We're not doing it and then he lived happily ever after, not at all. But we do want it to feel satisfying. We want to really give that feeling of what Attack on Titan gave me, you know, gave all of us when we saw its first episode. This is not going to be a happy story, and it's not going to end in a happy way, but it's hopefully going to end in a way that is satisfying and causes conversation and causes people to break it down and analyze and then have separate sides and discuss it forever. Like that's what I want. I want people to not forget about Attack on Titan and just be like, and just write it off like, oh, it's a great story, but the ending was total shit. I don't want that to be the end. I want people to be able to go back to it and read it and go and enjoy it and watch the episodes again and then just have a lot of fun the way we all have been for the past 10 years and just keep that train going. So I wax poetic so much, but yes, essentially that's what it is. So I really hope that you guys will be satisfied with what we do, and no matter what, we did the best we could, and we're excited to show you guys what we're gonna get.
All right, sounds good. I mean, I think we can all get behind an ending like that for sure. Definitely. So the next question we have for you guys is, do you guys feel like any large amount of pressure? I just saw you guys on Twitter before I started the stream that you guys had something about your project was on the news in Japan or something like that. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely
that's
exciting.
pretty crazy.
Right?
That's pretty
So
crazy.
yeah, of course it's a little nerve-wracking, but we're all very excited. Um one of the key motivations that really helps me going was those people who send me messages that says, "Oh, I because of the ending, I really lost all interest and motivation for Attack on Titan, but because of what you're doing in AOT No Requiem, I'm regaining my interest back. So thank you." Like that really motivates me to make this ending, and I am hoping that it's the same for a lot of people who are supporting us. So thank you.
Very much. Thank you very much. That's great. Yeah, and like I said,
Yeah.
oh, go
Just to
ahead.
add on to what Sam just said, like, you know, we wake up and we see a ton of messages on our Tumblr, on our Instagram DMs, on Twitter, and like even though we don't, you know, get around to replying to everybody or even like liking it, we try our best to. So just know that we do read everything and we appreciate everything you guys have to say.
Yeah, that's what I was telling everyone. Like that, we can't give you guys any type of really, monetary support, but we can definitely give you as much. You know, we got to give you as much emotional support as possible because you guys did not have to do this and taking time out of your day to do this for not only yourselves but for us. So we definitely appreciate it. I think I can speak on behalf of most people who didn't like the ending in saying that. So the next question is, do you guys feel like the project has the capability of resolving a majority of the story's issues, or are you more so focused on just resolving the major issues?
So yeah, like mentioned earlier, a lot of issues began kind of very well, not very far, a couple chapters before the ending, like perhaps like when the Alliance formed or the port attack. But thankfully, due to the fact that a lot of these are more centered around the ending, like after the animation, a lot of the issues can be worked around at the very least. Things like that shouldn't, a lot of people think maybe shouldn't have happened, like character deaths, etc., are acceptable and can be worked into the story, while the most egregious faults are at the very ending, which is what we're covering. So things like patching plot holes, fixing character motivations, adding realism, in the parts that most people find just blatantly hurtful or issues. Yeah, it most definitely has the capabilities, and I'm very satisfied with how the project has resolved most of these.
All right, perfect. Will the panels be read right to left or left to right? Since you guys are not Japanese, a lot of people want to know that.
Yeah, so it'll just be like a typical kind of manga situation there. So it'll be right to left, just how it typically is.
All right, perfect. Keep everything the same.
Consistent.
Yeah, consistent. Right, that's the word I was looking for. Okay, the next question: is anyone on the team okay with the original ending of Attack on Titan?
The laugh is the answer.
Yeah.
Literally.
All right, I kind of figured that, but they wanted to know.
I mean, I could still answer. Like, I mean, we do have. I mean, surprisingly, we did have a couple people. I think they were trolling, but they started saying, guys, the ending's really not that bad. So we're like, you're on copium. What's with you? So,
Were they
we did,
trolling
like,
though?
I mean, I don't know. So I mean, I think a couple of them were like, you know what, rereading it again, I think I do like it, and I did like, I was like, oh, okay. All right. I mean, give it to me, man. Like, what did you think? You liked it? And I gave them a chance to explain their points. And did I agree 100%? Nah, but I mean, they enjoyed it. So there's a couple of them that do, but for the most part, I think the general consensus is like, no.
Okay.
Also, we laughed a lot.
The general consensus is no.
My general consensus is a little harsher than no, but yeah,
no.
I'm having that.
Okay, it's a family friendly stream.
Yeah.
Pretty much. We wouldn't be in this team at all if we had been okay with it.
Yeah, that makes
we
sense.
wouldn't
Trying
have the
our
passion.
best.
Yeah, we wouldn't have the drive to do as much as we did, basically.
That makes sense. Absolutely. We got a donation from Maddie. Appreciate you, Maddie.
Aw.
$10 donation. Thank you very much.
So nice of you.
That's so sweet. Thank you.
Okay, so the next question we have here is this is a question I really have for you guys. So why did you guys decide to start your ending where you did right after 136? Like, what was the decision? Like, why didn't you guys decide to do it at 135 or after 137? What made you decide at that point?
Hello.
Yeah, so of course, so well, we kind of did, but I'll go into a little more detail. Of course, like I said earlier, I would love to, in a perfect world, have started personally for me, started the rework where the Alliance forms or something around there, something around that general area. But we have to take into account the fact that we have a limited amount of time, resources, people, and motivation. So we wanted to keep it realistic. So we looked at, like Kay was saying, there was discussions of just rewriting the initial chapter 139. And we found there were too many irreconcilable issues, so we went to 138 and then 137. And when I joined, it kind of took more cemented idea of starting around like at the end of 136, because that was probably as late as we could have started the rework while maintaining the least amount of plot holes, the most coherency in the story. I can't really go into detail which issues, but I'm sure people read them and they have an idea of what our ending will be. You guys can make your own interpretations of what that is, but yeah. So
yeah, so basically it was because it was more realistic for you guys to actually finish it if it wasn't so far back. But logically speaking, if you had the resources, you would have gone even further back.
Well, okay, it depends on each people here.
Yeah,
so,
well, you can't speak for
yeah. Some
right.
Kay may have a different answer, but for me personally, yeah, I would have went even further back. But I like the way we did it. It's realistic. Evidently, things are coming out, and it fixes the worst aspects and most of the bad issues with the story.
Right. Perfect. All right. So the next question. So will you be replacing Mikasa's Relevance by making Historia a love interest?
So I want to answer that with another question. Is a character's relevance really dependent on whether or not they're a love interest?
Mic drop.
Is that right?
Oh,
so
God.
I really this question really kind of like I'm not gonna lie, it kind of offended me that Mikasa is only seen as a love interest, or Historia is only seen as a love interest. Dude, so we already answered that question in the Tumblr post, and I think this question was brought up because we posted that Historia panel, and I kind of ranted about it. Like, dude, like out of all the 10 sneak peeks that we revealed, everybody that one Historia panel, and everybody are like, oh, they care about Eren Hisu. Dude,
What about the Zeke panel? It could be Aaron
all the other
Zeke.
sneak peeks? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with Attack on Titan's fan base and how we got, well, not all of us, but a good amount of us got so like obsessed with pairings. Like I never even thought about relationships in Attack on Titan until like the pregnancy came up.
It's honestly the fate of almost every fandom, with like Bleach especially, with like Orihime versus Rukia.
Yep. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, guys. Like, I I love this story for the story, dude. Like, sure, the shipping is fun, man. Shipping is side stuff. Shipping is salt and sugar. Like, you add, a good amount of sugar to your cake, your pie, you're gonna end up with something super delicious. You don't add any of it, yeah, you're not gonna have really a great time eating that pie. We wanted to have a good pie, and not the pie scene that I'm talking about. I'm talking about like an actual good pie that makes sense. So, yeah, I do want to like reiterate these characters are not just love interests 100%, and we're giving them, I mean, I want to see Mikasa be such a badass, and we're going to be making her look so good. Like, she's going to have some really great opportunities, and I think overall of the characters, we really want to just make sure that everybody's happy with it as much as possible. I mean, again, however you get upset with it or whatever, it's up to you, but guys, can we just like for 5
Yeah,
seconds
and
deal with the shipping? It's really not that big of a deal. It's really not.
yeah, true.
It's
And
really not.
to reiterate what we said about the romance. Romance is just gonna be a subplot, and it will take some center stage, but it's not gonna be like the majority of the story. The majority of the story is still gonna focus on Eren and
Yeah.
Attack on Titan.
Everybody else, yeah. Like that's what we're gonna do. We really want to. I mean, I think at the end of the day, we're just gonna make Eren and Freedom be the best ship, right? Eren and
No,
Freedom.
we need to add a Flocasa.
God.
That'll bring her
No, it's
relevancy back.
It's
Yeah.
Concasa.
God.
It's Concasa. Come on.
Concasa.
God. you guys already got enough people mad at you. Don't make them angry. Don't make them angry. Okay, perfect. So the next question, so please don't disband the team once you're done with this project. We hope you all will consider creating more stuff together, like maybe Attack on Titan prequels, or maybe even an entirely original manga. And that was something I was actually going to ask you guys about as well once you guys got done with AOT. That was something you guys were interested in doing, because that's something I would definitely be interested in supporting financially for sure.
Well, I think all of us can say that as a team, we have really good communication. Like the fact that we upload that world map and like we're literally all over the world, yet we're able to talk so cohesively with each other and like just talk about all of our plans. Is pretty amazing. So as a team, I think we work really well. So we definitely could do something along the road. We have those skills for sure. It just kind of depends on where this journey takes us. And like as Kay mentioned, like this made us all meet each other. So I do see potential for our team to do more things, but it's just kind of a matter of like how our interests pan out and like how our lives, end up happening. Since we all have our own actual jobs and things like that to do. So this is a strict passion project. So it just kind of seems it's something we would like to do, but it just depends on like what the future holds for us.
Makes sense.
I really like the idea of making like a prequel story of the Great Titan War. Like that.
That sounds so cool.
I was like, bro, that sounds like fire. I would love to do that, but I mean, again, you never know. We have other people on the team that have their own stories and own things that they want to do. And to me, like originally, this project was just to make the ending and then move on from Attack on Titan. And I mean, obviously, keep revisiting it and enjoying it and having my friends, as I have right now. But I want to be able to sleep at night.
Yeah.
When the story is over.
Makes
And
sense.
I want people to be able to sleep at night and have like good night's sleep and just be like,
Right.
you know what? that was satisfying.
All right.
I'm gonna go get myself a glass of milk. I don't know, like that.
Okay, perfect. All right. So on Twitter, all your artists and writers seem to be Aaron Historia shippers. The only other character that you've shown in like your previews and your little snippets was Zeke. Can we really believe that you would deliver a satisfying ending of a genocide story when all your accounts and hints about the story are related to Aaron and Historia?
Oh my god, we already answered that question
But
earlier.
I'll do it again. I'll do it. So yes, our sneak peeks only have one of Zeke and also one of Historia. So it's not
We
really
have
indicative of
Ymir
anything.
too.
Yeah, we have Ymir. We showed Zeke. The majority's been Aaron and Child Aaron.
Mhm.
So don't like really. It's a crumb, guys. You're not getting the entire cake. So don't criticize the flavor when you're only barely getting a modicum of a taste. So, I mean, at the same time, like, just like wait, okay? Like, it's gonna come out soon, right?
I've seen people already judging it without even reading it.
Yeah, like just
Mhm.
give it a
Sad.
chance.
Yeah,
Give it a chance. Like
yeah,
our personal preference in pages, it doesn't mean that we will not strive to deliver a satisfying ending. I want to just
yeah.
perish the thought. Like we do ask you, please keep an open mind. We're trying to do our best with the story objectively, and we're really focusing on trying to loop main core themes of the story. Like really, that's our intention. So don't judge us at just the crumbs because it's not the whole cake. So just cake is coming. Like just you know, give us a chance.
We also can't already change anyone with already with an established or preconceived notion about us anyway. So we're only gonna probably cater on to the people who has an open mind and is willing to see something different. So we're just gonna disregard those who are already judging us just from the crumbs, and we'll just
Yeah.
cater to those other people.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. There's only so much we can do. And again, I can't stress about what people think because what's it going to do for me? And what's it going to do for us, you know? So just wait and see. Yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy it. I know that the team has really been enjoying it. The stuff that we've come up and some of the sneak peeks that we've shown, we've done some adjustments to those images. So quality has definitely skyrocketed quite a bit.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys just wait and see.
All right, we're very excited to see it. We only got a few more questions for you guys. So another question that a lot of people had, the second most asked question after Farmer Coon is, will there be any barn sex or any sexual content in this version of the ending?
Uh, how do I answer this? All right. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I love you guys, but and as much as I would love it, no.
Just take a look at the comments for a second, guys. Like
Yeah,
just for a second.
they're loving
Just
this
pause.
shit.
Violence.
They're
What is
loving
happening?
this shit.
Are you guys okay?
Oh my god! Everybody,
Anyways,
guys.
go. Oh my god.
Everybody's so thirsty. Get a drink of water.
Take
Go
a
get
cold
some-
shower.
Yeah, take a cold shower. Yeah, no, I'll be honest with you guys. We're gonna have stuff after. We have artists that have been drawing stuff separately that is going to explore some spicy things. But as far as like within the story, I really don't. I think we all discussed this. We don't. Shut up! Everybody, just calm down with the song. Barn sex. Like, enough with the sex.
They
You're
really
definitely not
want to
getting this
know
way.
barn sex.
No, they definitely.
But we want this to feel as close to Attack on Titan as possible. I mean, that'd be just wait. Stop! No, leave it alone. We're not
They first.
All right. And
Anyways, let's go on.
so we know that the first part is going to be released Friday on the 29th. What time zone are you guys going to be releasing it, and then how are we going to be able to access it?
So,
Right.
okay,
Go ahead.
we're gonna actually be launching our website soon that we've like hosted like internally. So that'll be up. That'll be available soon, and the timing will be 7 p.m. PST. We'll be posting this information as well.
TST.
PST. So
Yeah.
Oh,
Pacific Standard.
P is in Paul. Okay, PST. Gotcha. All right, there you guys go. 7 p.m. PST.
Yep.
And then, what do you think? What do you guys think? Should I do it?
Yeah, I think you should do it. Should we do it?
Oh, what are we doing?
But the comments seem a little bit untamed. I don't know if we should do it.
Oh no, what are we doing?
I don't know.
What are we doing?
Okay.
I mean, they seem nice now. They seem nice.
I'm gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Okay. For everybody who's been a part of this interview, we're doing a special debut
Drum roll
of page 1 for the chapter.
Oh
yes,
shit.
guys.
Page 1. Oh wow. Oh man, that's a preview right there. I did not expect that.
Yep, we're gonna be doing it. We wanted to surprise you, and we wanted to
surprise.
So
that's a big surprise. I was not expecting that.
Wait, the chat's been crazy again.
Yeah. What? Will there be barn sex?
Guys, no.
Okay, all right.
Get it.
Are you guys gonna post it on Twitter?
No, we're
doing here.
So you're gonna post it up and you're gonna show it on your screen.
Okay.
Yep, you're gonna show it live right now.
Oh.
Yep.
Guys, tweet your replies at us.
Okay. All right, Saint, I've sent it to you in the chat.
All right, wow, dude, the quality of this is so good. All right, guys. All right, I
think we're ready.
You guys ready? Okay, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
You guys ready to see the first page of AOT No Requiem?
Woo!
Wow, dude, I'm actually like, wow.
We need some enthusiasm.
Really
Come on,
really
follow Sam.
Really good quality.
I think you're gonna need it. It's not really.
Right.
Oh,
it's not really showing up.
I know. I was waiting. Okay.
Sorry, I guess we're too excited ourselves then.
Yeah.
All right, here you go.
Let's fucking go.
This is dope, guys.
There it is.
What do you guys think?
Give him a second to process.
Whoa! Look at the comments.
Let me get out the way. Okay.
So who dat? It looks like Armin. Looks like Armin.
Yeah, bro, that's Armin.
Armin and Zeke over there.
Nah, it's Flock. We brought him back.
Yeah. Flock's back. Flock made his debut.
Man, that is great.
And that is the first page for everybody.
Guys,
thank you for supporting. Someone in the chat.
They're all losing their minds. I love this.
Yes, this is our Zekin league. Saints are Zekin.
Zekin, the Zekin. Yes. Someone was wondering if Zekin would leak it, guys. This is Zekin's leak.
This is the Zekin league.
This is the exclusive league for everyone who joined. You guys are all seeing it.
But we do appreciate you guys once again for taking time out, especially to have this interview and also to make the story. Of course, we're very excited. And for everyone who's watching, I will be doing a live reaction to the chapter once it drops on Friday. So definitely come back to check it out. We can watch it and read it and discuss it together live. So yeah, we're very excited. Definitely, this is very promising. It's better than I thought it would be. I really like the paneling. I really like the direction that you guys are going. I can already tell there's a lot of it feels like Attack on Titan. It feels like it. And and I think everyone else is picking up on that too. So I'm very, very, very excited.
Yep. And we're really excited for you guys to see where it's coming in. Yeah, the only place to go, the only way to go is to move forward, y'all.
Tatakai.
Literally Tatakai.
Facts. All right, well, that's gonna be the end of the interview, guys. We appreciate you guys doing this for us.
Thank you.
Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll be looking forward to Friday.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we love you
All
guys.
right. Actually, Saturday. Yep. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
All right, see you guys.
Okay, bye.
Woo!
Oh,
fire! It is fire.
Fire.
Bye. That's how we do it in Canada. Bye.
Bye. Nice, guys. Man, this looks dope. Oh, we got 400 people in here. Wow. All right, so the interview's over. I'm going to upload the VOD on YouTube. But in the meantime, I'm going to continue the stream. We can talk about this panel because I did not expect this. Second. Please don't tell me I should have never turned my camera off. Okay, it works. Oh, I'm surprised. Yeah, but you guys like it? Looks dope, right? Hold on, let me turn some music on. Zoom in, please. Oh yeah, I got you. Like you can tell, like they're not, like they have a very good sense of direction. You know what I mean? And that's something that a lot of people are concerned about with the paneling and stuff like that. A lot of people were concerned about that. As you can see, the paneling, very well done. It looks professional, right? Younger Aaron seeing older Aaron is something I wanted to happen in the story. Right? It looks very true to Attack on Titan. Like, it looks very true to it. There isn't a link. They only released this to me. So they don't have a link. But maybe they'll put it up on Twitter or something after this. They can't share any other pics, man. It's coming out in 2 days. Why you need more? You don't need more than this. I didn't even expect this. I did not expect them to drop a whole page on my dome like that. That was a surprise. But no, they're gonna yeah, they can't do an official book, man. You already know, but it would be dope, yeah. Yeah, no barn sex, but this is right after 136 exactly. So up to, because they said it's gonna come out at 7 PST, so that's 6 CST, isn't it? All right, 6 CST. No, it's not. What is that? I'm so bad at time, dude. Wait, what? 9 p.m. my time. Okay, so it's gonna be 9 p.m. my time. So I'll start streaming around 7 p.m. CST, and then I will read up to that point in the manga, just to go over and everything like that. So like I said, it's gonna be like a pre-release party and then release on Friday. So definitely come and check out the stream. You know, you're definitely gonna want to be here. You don't want to read this beautiful art by yourself. You know, come and hang out with the boys. We can react to it together, review it. Obviously I'm gonna upload my reaction, and I'm also gonna review it. I'm gonna review this this project as if it were you know what I mean, Attack on Titan. Like as if it were a chapter from Attack on Titan. That's how I'm gonna review it. So you guys definitely come and check it out. The page count, they didn't want to reveal the page count. They didn't want to reveal the page count or the parts because they don't want to what did they say? They don't want to like put any, because things are always subject to change, but they didn't reveal it. Leak it on Twitter. I'm not gonna leak it. Y'all want me to be Zekid so bad, dude. Zekid already saw it. You think Isayama will see it? Probably. There's a Japanese publication. Let me go to their Twitter, because I kind of want to see that. Because I didn't get a chance. I saw it as I was getting my shit prepared for the stream, and I didn't even get a chance to read it. Let's see. People are freaking taking screenshots and tweeting it. He said looks more like Aaron than 139 Aaron did. Yikes. Let's see. I'm trying to find what that tweet was about. I think they said something like they were noticed on Japan. Let me see. Here it is right here. This was yesterday. Okay. ALT No Requiem made it to Japan in news. I didn't think I could be so excited and nervous at the same time. I really owe this my time. Thank you so much, everyone. That's crazy. Like here it is. Here it is. This is like the news article. That's ridiculous, man. Like, imagine a fan ending. It's not even Japanese. That's the thing you gotta understand. It's not even Japanese. It's English. It's made by American people, and they put that shit on a Japanese news network. Like, are you serious? Yeah, they're official. Yeah. So Isayama's gonna find out about that. So imagine if this project receives like better reception than Isayama's own shit. Like, imagine how shitty you gotta feel, bro. Imagine how shitty you gotta feel. Like, how are you gonna be how you gonna feel when you find out that some fans made an ending to your shit that everyone likes better than your shit? Like, I'm sorry, but I would be dead. Okay, they want me to show the promo video. I'll show you. I'll show it for you guys. I should have put that on while I was waiting on the stream, but today I had to pick up someone from the airport after I got off work, and their flight got delayed, and I was like, it kind of messed me up, but we made it. Let me find the trailer here. Are you talking about this one? Yeah, you must be talking about me. Maybe the music. Oops, I didn't unmute. I'm gonna let your manga go to me. We go, boys. Hype, hype, hype. Hype, hype, hype. Why do I have so many tweets? Oh. Dude, people are actually acting like it's leaks to a real story. Like, this is crazy, dude. It's literally a fan story. People are like, what? People are so hyped. Like, I've never seen anything like this before. Like, how can you say that your ending was good if you have this many people hyped for a different one? Like, what are you talking about? Obviously, it wasn't that great, my boy. Like, imagine if, like, they tried this shit with, like, Death Note or something, or Breaking Bad, or Code Geass. Like, nobody would give a fuck. Like, they were like, okay, that's nice, you made a fan ending. It would be like, they would get like 10 views when it comes out fully released, and these people haven't even released it yet. And you got people tweeting me, and I didn't even make it, and they're tweeting me about it. I just did an interview. I know they did do it for Death Note, but nobody cares. See, I never heard of it. I know Macaron. No, that's my point. That's my point. That the ending can't be that good. Yeah, I'm going to upload it later. Also, I'm going to be uploading a next video, The Waste of the Warriors. Should be up tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoy that as well. So I think Mappa will go for an original ending after this. No, Alondra, because Attack on Titan production is already underway. So unless they're making the manga, I mean the anime, like in order, which they don't, which you normally don't do. You normally get different people to work on different scenes. You don't just everyone work on one episode, then go to the next episode, then go to the next episode. They're probably already started on the last episode for all we know. I don't think there's going to be a difference. I really don't, but I hope there will be. I don't think that anything that happens in the next few days will have any effect on that. No. I'm 39 haters stay winning. Need this to blow up. We gotta get Mercius on the fan animation. Nah, I'm pretty sure if we make that fan animation, they gonna instantly hit us with the all right. We let you slide with the manga now. We not gonna let you make a whole goddamn anime, bitch. Cease and desist. Do it on screen. Yeah, guys, this is very, very hype. Like I said, it's gonna be a hype reaction, man. I can't wait. Anime Balls Deep is a big anime YouTuber. Yeah, I know. Anime Balls Deep was shouting it out. I mean, it's only gonna get better and better. Like, as more and more people start to realize the problems, and the more and more people start to talk about this, it's like this is, like I said, this has never happened before. As far as I know, this has never happened before. You plan on interviewing grad groups on it? Well, I mean, I would love to. The thing about this is that these guys reached out to me, and I see that they were like serious. Like as you can see, they're producing results. Where those other people, I'm not saying that they aren't serious, but I don't see any results. I don't see any. I've seen that what they say they're gonna do, you know. But I mean, I'm down for any fan ending that comes out, you know. But I would like for there to be just one, like, main one, because when you have so many, it starts to dilute it, if you get what I'm saying. And one instance, 139 release. Man, I didn't even plan on any of this, dude. I was just literally saying like how I felt, you know. Like nobody I know cares enough about Attack on Titan for me to, and if they do, they definitely don't read the manga. So I needed to like vent and like express how I felt, and the only way I could do that was through YouTube. I was back then, I was only getting like maybe 200, 300 views, you know. But I didn't even care. I was like, I gotta say this shit is trash. I gotta let somebody know. I don't care if it's just one person. And then out of nowhere, you know, I gained a lot of people like you guys supporting me because you guys agree. So, but I didn't think that many people would agree. I thought a lot of people would be like, nah, like you're tripping. Like this is good. You know, you just don't get it. That's what I thought would be the majority. But for the most part, I got, yeah, you're right. I was like, okay, well, cool. Copyright strike. Yeah, we're not getting into barn sex, guys, but I did ask. You guys wanted me to ask. OG 139 is the fan made. Tager, you asked what we don't like. I'm Helos. Tager asked what don't we like in the ALT ending, what we're trying to change in the story. The main thing that we don't like is that our main character, who we followed for years in story and years outside of story, like we followed this man for some of us close to a decade. Me, I followed him since 2013. That's 8 years. I followed this man and I believed in him. To find out that he was just playing. The whole time he was just playing. Like, no, that doesn't work. That's the major issue I have. Like, if everything had happened the exact same, but Aaron had motivation, if Aaron was like, I want to destroy the whole world to save you guys, and if you guys stop me, you stop me, then I would have at least been like, okay, at least Aaron stayed true to his character. But he didn't even, Isayama didn't even give me that. He didn't even give me that. So that just really, like, that was like the bare minimum I expected, was for Aaron to stay consistent. A TikTok about me? Oh man, I made it now. Bro, you gotta send me that shit whenever you see some shit about me. I always love laughing at that. John Connor, why does it matter if they're from Japan, bro? Why does that matter? Who cares? Your ethnicity has nothing to do with telling a story. And on top of that, Attack on Titan is a story that derives from Norse mythology. It doesn't derive from Japanese mythology. I don't see no Sun Wukong in here. Well, it's Sun Wukong is Chinese. Whatever. What's a Japanese mythology? Fuck, I don't know, dude. The nine-tailed fox. I don't see a nine-tailed fox in here. Susanoo, right? I don't see Susanoo in this story anywhere. Like, where do you see so much Japanese influence in this? This story to me, like, yeah, I understand it was made by a Japanese dude, but to me, this story could have taken place anywhere. Anywhere. Sun Wukong is Japanese as well? Ah, I'm not stupid after all. What is John trying to achieve? John, listen, Jay, you gotta understand. See, some people think that the ending is trash and they don't want to admit it. Like Foxen, for example. They don't want to admit it. So they attacking us because we can admit it. You know what I'm saying? They wish they could disconnect themselves emotionally from the story like we have. And one day they will. One day they will. They surely will. They always will come around. But they just got to do it in their own time. So in the meantime, they take out their pain on us and say, why don't you guys? They want us to switch over to their side and make them feel better in their beliefs. Because if they truly believed that the ending was good, they wouldn't be here. They would not be here. I tell you right now, any story where I think the ending is good and I see a live stream of someone making a fan ending to that story, I'm gonna look at that live stream and go, oh, and then go about my day. I'm not gonna care. I literally will not care. Yeah, macaron, see? Shit, Taro, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. What do I think the anime onlys will think? Like I said, I feel like a lot of people give the anime onlys not enough credit. I feel like they will certainly. I feel like a lot of them will be very critical of this ending, but they're not going to be critical until the end. The end. Like, they're not going to care about the alliance and shit like that. Because I know I didn't really care. I cared, but as long as the ending was good, I would have let it slide. But because the ending's trash, then it's like, no, now I'm mad. Now everything that was trash, I'm mad. Poor Mappa, yeah, poor Mappa. And especially considering Mappa lost a lot of artists, like, they're gonna take a lot of blame for this, because not only is the animation gonna be trash, but the story is gonna be trash. The story can't even carry it. So it's like, damn. But they getting paid anyway. They getting paid to make it. They're not getting paid for it to do well. So they don't give a fuck, you know. A lot of your favorite manga or anime didn't originate in Japan. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I just feel like this story has nothing to do with Japanese customs. Like, you don't got people running around saying, "Oh, senpai, wait," you know. It's not like that. It's not like that. That's why I like this, because I don't really like anime like that. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I used to when I was a kid. I definitely don't like anime like that. Attack on Titan was the exception, but it's not like an anime. Like if you told me Attack on Titan was made by an American person, I would believe it. Even Eminem. What are some good anime endings? That's a good question. I found that animes usually don't end very well. Unless it's a close game. Eureka 7. Eureka 7 was great. Cowboy Bebop. Samurai Champloo. Afro Samurai. Coolie Coolie. Code Geass. Wolf's Rain. Death Note. I know a lot of people don't like Death Note's ending, but I do. Death Note. What else we got? I never watched Steins Gate. I know there's more. I'm just not remembering. Ghost in the Shell, I didn't really watch. Yeah, it wasn't perfect. Yeah, Death Note's ending wasn't perfect, but it didn't destroy the character light. It didn't destroy it. It stuck to the themes of the story, and it felt right. It was like, yeah, I mean, yeah, that feels right. Obviously, everybody loves L more than N, obviously, but what the fuck was he supposed to do? Like, you can't. L is so perfect of a character, you can't replace him. He tried his best. You know, like, come on. You can't replace L. Right, exactly, Jordan Peele. Like, it's not an objectively bad ending. You can just say you don't really like it, but it's not objectively like this is bad writing. You know, it wasn't bad writing. It is what it is. If it wasn't entertaining, that's fine, but it wasn't bad writing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't keep L's dead. Like, you can't. I watched the original Fullmetal Alchemist. I don't fuck with Brotherhood, unfortunately. It's just too much to get to the point. But I did like the original Fullmetal Alchemist, and I like the original Fullmetal Alchemist ending, even though they made a movie. I feel like the movie wasn't necessary, but it's okay. Yeah, Akira, of course, Akira's God tier, but that's not really an anime. That's just a movie. What other anime endings do I like? I think I named the most of them that I like. I mean, I don't really like Naruto's ending at all. I'm the L, the one who killed like Yakubi, the order of the Death Note. It's like, imagine if L was like, oh, like you were killing all those criminals for our sake. I won't let your transgressions go to waste. I almost threw up, dude. I almost threw up. Ooh, disgusting. Bleach was. I'm gonna be honest. I was a fan of Bleach at the beginning, like the first some 50 episodes, I'd say, and I just lost interest. Cause it just kept being the same thing over and over again. Like he would be strong, and then he'd find someone strong as fuck. Jay. He would be strong. He would find someone strong as fuck. Then he'd get his ass beat, go train, come back, beat that dude's ass, rinse, repeat. It's like, bruh, no, dude. But I'm not saying Bleach's ass. You get what you want. You get dope fights. You get cool looking characters. You know, but I just couldn't get attached to it. Vinland Saga, no. That's what I'm saying. Like any anime that released after Attack on Titan, I have not watched. I watched episode 1 of Demon Slayer, and I realized that show didn't have substance. It was just a show. Nothing against Demon Slayer. It just don't have the substance that I'm looking for. Like, I need a story like Attack on Titan. Like, I need substance. I need character development. I need plot twists. I need world reveals. I need that. Like, Attack on Titan has set the bar so high for me. And whenever I watch anything else, it's just like, no. I just can't feel it. I just don't be feeling it. I watched the first season of Tokyo Ghoul. Disgusting. I did watch that. Disgusting. I thought it was so ass. I couldn't believe every episode I watched it, because I made a bet with my friends. My friends was like, I bet if you watch it to the last season, you'll like it. And I won because I did not like that show. I did not like that show at all. I know Demon Slayer is all animation. That's what I'm saying. Like, if it's all animation, I could just go watch like the fights. I could just type in Demon Slayer fights on YouTube and just watch that. Why would I invest all my time watching the goddamn show just to see like 10 seconds of a good action scene? Like, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I couldn't get into Tokyo Ghoul, man. I couldn't get into it. When that man was serving them tea and he was a waiter serving them tea for like 20 episodes straight, I was like, bro, you're losing me, man. You're losing me. I never watched Fairy Tail. I haven't watched Berserk or read Berserk because it's not gonna end now, you know? Chainsaw Man doesn't look like it has substance, my boy. Have I watched Parasite? No, but I heard it was good. I might watch it one day. Jujutsu Kaisen? No, I heard that the same thing. It doesn't have substance. You guys not understanding what substance? I need substance. Chainsaw Man has substance, bro. I see him with a little dog that has a chainsaw coming out of his nose. How can it have substance? I'm not about to read Tokyo Ghoul. I don't give a damn. This is the only manga I care enough to read was Attack on Titan, and that's because I got invested in the anime and I didn't want to wait 50 years to see what happened. That's the only reason why I read it. Y'all are misunderstanding me as a person, dude. I don't have enough interest to do that. Like, I don't. Sorry. Maybe I'll do it for like content on my channel, but I don't want to force it, you know. I'll try it out. Have I watched Invincible? Yes, and I think it's overrated. But it was good though. It was alright. But I think it's overrated for sure. People overrating the hell out of that show. It's like you never seen a good guy turn bad before in your life. I've seen it. Screw Insulin. We could say that. We could say that without this panel, Earl. Basically, it's whatever. Basically. We're gonna read Beer in first chapter. As a meme, definitely. For a meme, for sure. What do you think if Eren destroyed the world and after that he kills himself? No, I don't think Eren would ever commit suicide. So, even though he kind of did in this ending, pseudo-suicide through Mikasa, but I wouldn't say it was suicide. I'm just trolling, but I would never say it. My favorite TV show ever was Attack on Titan. Till this. So now it's Breaking Bad. Back to Breaking Bad. At least Breaking Bad had a good ending. Am I a comment? No. They mentioned we didn't ask that because that's a spoiler. If they were to use the final panel, that would be pretty spoilerish, wouldn't you say? No spoilers. You will like ReZero if you give it a try. No, I heard ReZero was pretty good, but to me, the Code Geass story is over. It's also, they did the same thing with Eureka 7. Eureka 7 was one of my favorite anime, and they made a Eureka 7, and I'm like, nah. And Fully Cooley was one of my favorite anime as well, and they made a new Fully Cooley. I'm like, nah. Like, I don't really like. Once you end the story, like, it's over for me. Like, I'll never give a fuck about Boruto. There's nothing you could ever say to me to make me care about Boruto. Did I like Armin's character pre-time skip and rumbling? Pre-time skip, yes, not pre-rumbling. Pre-time skip, yes. I made a video about it called Armin the Hypocrite. Armin was my second favorite character after Eren. Pre-time skip. He was a very relatable, understandable character. And then he turned to shit. Otaku, you're right. Not everything needs substance, you're right. You're absolutely right. I'm not calling anything trash. I never said any of these souls are trash except for Tokyo Ghoul. I'll stand by that. Tokyo Ghoul anime is trash. But I never said Demon Slayer or anything else was trash. I just said me personally, I'm just not interested in it. That's all, man. Why do you think Isayama destroyed all his characters for money? Yeah. Shut the fuck up, said it. I was just thinking about that yesterday, Keisha. I'm in love with my master. Oh yeah, you know how fat of a check they wrote this man, bro? It had to be the fattest check any mangaka ever got. Like, honestly, they probably offered the same check to Kishimoto. He was like, bro, I've been making Naruto for 15 goddamn years. I'm done. Make it, Lucas. Make it. Make that like my donation song or something. I'm in love with my master. Like, how can people read that? How can you read that and then look at me and be like, yeah, this is a good ending? How can you read that? She was a little fucking girl, bro. What? She was a little girl. She got her tongue cut out. She got chased by dogs and arrows into the woods, shot by arrows, bleeding to death by this man just for releasing some goddamn pigs. And then once she became of use to him, he raped her as a child. But we don't know if it was as a child, but he raped her. And then for Isayama to write that he loved her, where? This doesn't make any sense. And then if it turns out that Mikasa's choice made her let Fritz die, then if Fritz died, then that means that the daughters never had to eat the mama. So if the daughters never had to eat the mama, then how did the Titan curse get passed down? There's a new tree, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ymir loved him. That's what it said, yeah. I don't know how y'all trust in the creative One Piece so much, bro. I don't know how y'all trust in that man so much. I wish y'all the best. That shit been didn't that shit start in like 1990? Like, my boy. That shit been going on since before Naruto, ain't it? That's 2021 and y'all still ain't even close to an ending? Yes, this is AOT No Requiem, Snow Wolf. Oh, Browns is in here? What's up, Browns? Yeah, Will Morris. You just have to, when you see people saying stuff like that, bro, you just have to understand that they're saying it from a place of pain. That's all it is. If they truly believe that this is a good ending, then they would not care about any fan endings being created. This is completely illogical. It's completely illogical to care. Like, there's no way in the world you would care if you thought your ending was good. You just go read your ending and then call it a day. Hey, look, I ain't mad at y'all about liking One Piece. I'm just saying, bro, it's been like 50 years, my boy. Like, goddamn, it better be a good ending after all this. I watched every RDC World video that they post. It's whatever, but yeah, I definitely watched that already. I watched every video that those dudes post, man. I love their content. You think Matt ACM was paying them to defend it? Seriously, bro. Like, they're like, you can't dislike his work. Disrespectful. How is it disrespectful to not like something? Is it you can't not like something? I mean, oh well, I'm sure it'll have a better ending than Attack on Titan. I mean, you could literally he could like have an ending where Luffy just walks into the bathroom and takes a dump and then put the end, and it would be better than Attack on Titan ending. Yeah, exactly, Jacob. I even commented on that video. I was like, yeah, this shit hit different now. He was like, then he said, give the main character a son. He said, there's no one else to fight. I'm not gonna give him a son. That doesn't make any sense. He said, okay, well, give the villain a son. That shit was so funny. I don't know, man. I could never get into One Piece. I watched it when it first came out. I tried, but it's just something about that show. I just can't get into it. I need to. Yeah, I read the new Death Note manga. I thought it was pretty cool. It was a cool take on, like, I feel like a lot of people had higher expectations for it than what it was, which is why a lot of people were disappointed. Like, it was cool to see like a person who has like completely different motivations than Light and what they would do with the Death Note. That's what I would want from a Death Note. I don't want it to be like the same type of person who wants to like change the world and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool, but obviously with someone like that, you don't have as much of a story you can tell. But for what it was, I thought it was pretty cool. I didn't have a problem with it. That's my example. That's an example of my idea of a good spinoff. Yeah, Browns, that's what I'm saying. They don't want to admit it. And they see us able to admit it. We're able to admit it. And then they wish they could do that. They wish, but they can't. Was my favorite anime manga character. Pre-139, it was Eren. But now after this, let me think. I don't think there's anyone in Attack on Titan that I would say is my favorite manga character because Eren is because Eren was just so high and nobody else got as high as him on my favorite list. But definitely is Eren before 139. But outside of that, I don't know. It's tough. I never had that much of a connection to a character. I mean, Erwin? No, Erwin is dope, but I wouldn't say he's my favorite character ever, though, of anything. No, there's no character in Attack on Titan that could do that except for Eren, though. It would probably be Gohan, but then again, Gohan got destroyed when he was an adult, so probably not him either. Said Pharmacon. Exactly, it's whatever. Same. Yeah, Kid Gohan was fire. Teen Gohan, yeah, exactly. It's not that I've had it rough. It's just that I never really like. I never really had a connection that was so strong. Like I liked watching them, but it was more so that I liked the story that they were in. You know what I mean? Like with Naruto, like I never really had a connection with Naruto. I had connection with the story of Naruto. You get what I'm saying? Armin was the most disappointing character. No, well, I mean no. Sorry, not no. But for me, Armin is second most disappointing. There. Oh yeah, L might be it. L might be it. L could have been it, but the thing about L is he was just way too pompous for me. Which is fine, that's his character. But I can't relate to someone who's that much of a like up his own ass, you know what I mean? When I think about Ezekiel, Lelouch is dope. But I still don't think he would be my favorite. Zeke is a cool character. I like Zeke. I just don't believe in the way he went out because I believe his convictions were stronger than I believe his convictions were stronger than that. He just went out way too easily. But yeah. Exactly, Browns. Like I've never felt like when Aaron got mad and when Aaron was yelling at Reiner in the trees, I felt like he felt. That's never happened to me before. Like I've always, whenever I watch something, I'm like, I mean, it's never happened to me before in anime. Usually when I'm watching anime, I'm like, okay, I see why this character feels that way, which is good. That's good writing. If you can show to the audience why the character feels the way that they feel, then you did your job. I'm not expecting anything more than that. But with Aaron, I felt the way he felt. I was like, yo, yeah, fuck them, like, why would you do that? Like, what reason do you have? Like, and you sitting here crying about your PTSD? Fuck your PTSD. That's how I felt in that scene. And that nothing ever happened to me. That's Aaron who got fucked up. But I felt so connected to him that I'm like, yeah, I feel that way too. That's why when he said it to Reiner in chapter 100, on the declaration of war, when he said to Reiner, yeah, just forget about that. I said that. I was like, oh, excuse me. Why did I relate to Aaron? Because the thing that I love the most about Aaron, which is something that a lot of stories tend to kind of not really address too often, is that there were plenty of times where this man tried his absolute best and it wasn't good enough. And that's really real. That's really, really raw to me. Like, it's a raw feeling to where someone is like, you know that they put everything into it. Like that scene with when he was on the ground and Reiner helped him up. Like that scene hit me so hard because I'm like, I know that this dude is like, he's putting his whole heart and soul into doing what he's trying to do, and he's just not good enough. And then when he died, like literally, if Aaron was not a Titan, he would have just died. He literally would have just died. And back when that first happened, I was kind of being salty because I wanted Aaron to stay dead, but only because I wanted to have that, because I thought it would have been cooler for a main character to die off so quickly. But obviously I was wrong because Aaron turned out to be an amazing character for the film 139. But like just that fact alone, that he would have been a failure. He would have been a complete failure who didn't accomplish anything had his father not given him the Attack Titan. That alone, just like, it just makes me connect to Aaron so much. Yeah, when he failed to save Hannes, right? Exactly. That's a lot. It happens a lot throughout the story. It's Hannes' death, his mom, when he's training to be a cadet, when he fights Reiner, and when everyone keeps coming to save him, when he fights Annie. Like, dude, Aaron took a lot of L's, my guy. Like, he didn't just be like, I'm the main character, I win. He took a lot of L's throughout the story. And that to me is very important. But the thing that I love the most about him is, though, no matter how many L's he took, he always kept going. And that's what really, like, that makes me more motivated to be like him. Like, this man takes the biggest L's in the world. Like, my L's ain't nothing compared to his. So if he can keep going, why can't I? You know? And what do you mean, Game of Thrones? Yeah, I watched Game of Thrones. I did. I got into Game of Thrones around the time season 6 was airing, because I watched the episode of season 6 and I was like, oh, this looks pretty dope. So then I started from the beginning and I watched the whole thing. And yeah, Game of Thrones is a big disappointment, but I wasn't as attached to it because obviously season 6 was, you know, it only ended like, I think like 3 or 4 years after season 6 came out. So I wasn't that attached to it, but I definitely was disappointed in the ending. But the ending wasn't so painful to me because I could brace for it, because I saw season 7 was dog shit. So I was like, well, probably the ending's gonna be ass, and I was not wrong. So it didn't hurt as much. Related to Aaron because we black. Like someone who has a lot of responsibility, he's just a regular person. Like, he wasn't special, but he took what he had and made him special. Exactly. Like, nobody gave him, like, he wasn't a royal blood. He wasn't a royal blooded Titan. He wasn't the son of a king, or he wasn't a hidden prince locked away in a cabinet somewhere. He literally was his son's. He really was his dad's side pieces son. and he grew into this amazing character. So I think Levi is overrated. Absolutely. Hate to say it, but the only time Levi serviced the plot of Attack on Titan was when he told Eren, I don't know the right choice, relying on my own strength or helping other people, or relying on the strength of my friends. That's one time he serviced the plot, which was a great time. Only other time is when he's used as a weapon. I think if Levi had just been the leader, he should just made Isayama should have just written Levi to be the leader of the scouts after. I don't understand why Hanji was the leader, because Levi was more of a leader than Hanji was. Levi was literally telling everybody what to do. Me too, Jay. I was gonna get Tatakai. But he was literally telling everyone what to do ever since Erwin died. So I don't understand why Hanji was. If Levi was the leader, then that would have given him more reason to be, you know. But in my opinion, Levi just wasn't. He didn't add enough to the story to warrant how much people like him. But at the same time, he didn't take anything away from the story either. So he's not terrible. I just feel like he's a little overrated. Hanji is the most overrated character in the story, though. I know people love Hanji. Hanji is just trash, if you ask me. Like, every decision she made was just dog shit. It's like Isayama just wrote her terribly so that Eren wouldn't have a choice but to do what he did. Like, what kind of a leader does the things that she does? Like, leaving Eren unsupervised is just like, that's just stupid. You just be a 24-hour guard on surveillance for this man. Like, even that simple small thing, she couldn't even handle that. You want to have Levi commander after Hanji? It wouldn't have been enough time for that, because you got to get Armin to be it. Oh yeah, and also when he chose who to bring back, Erwin or Armin, that's the other time he serviced the plot. I know I was forgetting something. But yeah, like I said, Levi's not a bad character at all. I feel like he served his purpose well, but I definitely feel like he should have died a long time. He should have died from Zeke. That explosion should have killed him. I'll stand by that, because he didn't add anything after that. How Pixis went out, I mean, I don't really care. I don't really care all that much. Pixis is a cool character too, but I mean, he didn't really do anything either. You know what I mean? He didn't really add anything to the plot. He's just a good character, so I don't mind him dying. What I think about Yelena, I like Yelena, but I think she serves the plot as well. And I think it's bogus how they. The only reason why I wouldn't have mind if they just left it where Yelena was drifting in the water and just left it there, but Kiyomi is with her as well. So if Kiyomi's alive, then that means Yelena's alive. And the fact that Isayama didn't even think it worthy to show anything about her is just like, bro, it's kind of ass. So I do think that's kind of disrespectful. We should have shown a panel of Yelena. I don't see why she couldn't have been with Yakupon and them. But other than that, no, I think Yelena did her part. I think she serviced the plot well. She was the person to bring Zeke and Aaron together, which is all she really needed to do. You know, I don't think she was required, so I don't have a problem with her. Yeah, Will Maurice. She's a bad leader, but the thing about this story, the thing that makes it bad is that nobody calls her out. Like, yeah, she acknowledged it, but it was like a self-acknowledgement, which isn't the same. The story needed to call her out and say, Hanji, you're not being a good fucking leader. She should have, and even if you do call it out, like even if you do say, yeah, I'm a bad leader. Oh well, let me keep leading. Like, that's terrible. A good leader, if you, I guess that is a good leader, but a good person would know, a smart person would know, well, I'm not a good leader. Let me let someone else be a good leader. Let me let someone else take over. Let me give someone else the reign. Even Armin knew how to do that. What I think of Jean, I think Jean was wasted. Post time skip. Connie mom arc. Yeah, so the Connie mom arc, Viggy, what I was saying was before, I think that Armin should have killed Connie in that scene, in that moment. And that would have been the moment that he became a worthy, well, not completely, but where he would have started to become a worthy replacement for Erwin. Because if he had killed Connie in that moment to show Gabby that he was on her side, that would have been an amazing moment for Armin. But either that or what was the other option? Not jump into the mouth like a fucking idiot. Yeah, fuck Connie. Yeah, definitely fuck Connie. Hanji's death was maybe a suicide. Seems like it, right? It was fucking pointless. Or maybe it was. That's what I'm saying, Jesse. That's what I'm saying, exactly. Armin would pass down leadership immediately if he knew he couldn't handle it. That's what I'm saying. Hanji didn't even fucking pan down lead. She's like, nope, I'm the leader. I don't know how to lead, but I'm the leader. I know I'm ass at it, but I'm the leader. We do what I say, guys. And everyone's just like, okay. No one even debates with her. No one even. I remember how Levi always used to question Erwin. Do you all remember that? I mean, I understand he's like torn into shreds, but it was still cool. Like nobody just said, okay, Erwin, whatever you want to do. Levi was always like, okay, Erwin, you want to do this, but are you sure you let for that? Are you sure you can handle this? Why you want to do that so bad? Once we get there, what are you gonna do? You know, like, but with Hanji, he's just like, yep, Hanji said it. Okay, yep. Like, why does Isayama can't let the time skip Armin get an L? What? Oh yeah, I don't know. I mean, he does take L's. But the story doesn't believe that he did, which is the same as not taking one. So you're right, but he definitely does take a lot of L's. Yep, exactly, Lion. Literally before he charged that charge to go jump and do his little suicide shit, which was so stupid and rash and stupid, especially in a moment like this. To do that is just so dumb. But anyway, the moment he did that, there was like he had a little flashback of Erwin, and it's like, it's so disrespectful, because do you think Erwin would have done that? Is that what the story is trying to say? Erwin would have sacrificed himself to save Connie's mom in this situation? Is that what you're telling me? No. No, Erwin would have been like, Connie, get the fuck down before that's an order, soldier, before I chop your shit up. Absolutely, Christina. Absolutely. Of course he respected him, but he questioned him. He ain't questioning shit, Hanji said. Exactly, Biggie. It would never happen. Ever. So like why are you showing this flashback of Irwin as if he would do this? Like he wouldn't do this. He would never do this. This is stupid. so just nah, dude. A tiny shifter is worth more than Connie's mom. Now, after you sacrifice yourself, we have to teach her how to use this titan shifter ability that you have, which is the only one that can beat Aaron. Yep. Sounds like a good plan to me. Just so Connie can be happy. A fucking person who has done nothing. How many titans has Connie even killed? Like 3? Fuck Connie. What do I think about Pete? Definitely overrated. She did her job though. She did her job. I have no problems with her. I think she's overrated, but I have no problems with her. She did her job. Right, that's what I was gonna say, Christina. My fault. That was the other option. Kill Connie's mom. That's the other option too. But I feel like Connie would have been mad about that. You know, it would have been kind of a plot hole if he was just able to get over it. So I feel like killing him is a little bit better. Just because I hate Connie. But killing his mom will work too. Connie's biggest moment, so crying over us. Facts, dude. She can't even use ODM gear. Exactly. Like she's gonna be like, huh, I'm back? And I'm like, yeah, mom, get up, quick. We gotta go stop Aaron. Aaron? Who's that? Wow. Useless. Browns, I wouldn't hate Connie if he wasn't such a bitch. Like if he didn't, that whole thing with his mom and killing Falco, because I really like Falco. So that whole little point, of the story, not only does it take time away from the story that was completely unnecessary, you could remove that entire plot and nothing would have changed. I'm pretty sure Gabby would have united them together with Reiner in this situation, regardless if Connie had done that or not, for one. For two, Connie does nothing for the story at all. He only complains and whines and bitches about everything because of Sasha. When he don't even care about Gabby, who the one who killed Sasha. She actually the one that killed him. You don't got shit to say to her, but you want to bitch about Aaron? And number 3, he doesn't provide enough to the plot to be as critical as he is. He doesn't have enough stakes in the story. If it's Gene saying this shit, okay, Gene has done something. He has done nothing. He's not done anything. Not one thing has he done. You can't name one thing he's done. Gabby would have killed Connie if his mom and his motherfucker was eating, probably. Yeah, I like Falco a lot. I don't like how he was simping super hard for Gabby. You know, I don't really like that. He got a little too simpage for me at the end. But other than that, yeah, I like Falco a lot. I think he was a great addition to the story. He was a great character to like kind of a great balanced character. Exactly, Biggie. There's just so much stupid shit that could come out of that situation, all for what? Like, bro, everybody in this story, parents have died. Why do you think you're so special? Yeah, Jesse, that's another proof of a retcon because they literally knew. Like they literally had a whole conversation. Like, yeah, Aaron's doing this for us. He sure is. But we still gotta kill him. 10 minutes later, we killed Aaron. Oh, I kind of regret it now. He was doing it for us. What? It doesn't make any sense, man. It just doesn't make any sense. Like how can you say that? Like you already knew that he did it for you. You knew that. You all knew that and did not care. You knew it. You had the conversation like, "Yep, he's doing it for us." You still want to kill him. So you know he did it for you. And now all of a sudden you're regretting it? You're sad? You thought to hate Connie when he said sausage Gene, sorry that everyone else died, at least you were alive. I mean, I understand that, but that's a human thing to say, you know. We're humans are flawed characters, so creatures. So I don't mind that. Yeah, it's a fucked up thing to say, but it is definitely a human thing to say. Ymir is the most evil creature ever. Yeah, I don't understand, dude. It's like it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how terrible this story is, man. I mean, the ending is. It's just unbelievable. Like I've never seen anything so terrible. I've never seen anything go against everything. Like I would be okay if it was just a few things that were inconsistent and fucked up, but it's literally everything, bro. Like how do you do that? How do you make everything garbage? How do you pull that off? Like it takes a special kind of talent to make everything garbage. Like there's not one thing good. Yes, I saw Game of Thrones, Brontosaurus. You guys want to see this video? I wonder how long it'll take me to download it. It fuck up my stream if I download? It's gonna be a little minute. Well, once I get done, I'll show you guys. Yeah, I don't know about anime only ending. I really don't. I hope so, but I don't think so. Yeah, like if Aaron was just gonna be asleep the whole time, then what? Like, why was he asleep the whole time? Why? What was the importance? What was the reason Aaron was asleep? Like, I think I might make a video called 139's unanswerable questions, and then I'm gonna put a bet in it too. For every question that you can answer logically, I will give you $1,000 USD. I'm gonna make sure they're unanswerable. Number one, why was Aaron asleep? Number two, how did Mikasa walk across the ocean? Number 3. Why did Aaron say that Ymir was the one who Ymir was looking for him when really she was looking for Mikasa? Yeah, number 3. Why did Ymir love King Fritz? Nope. Ymir misspoke. It's like, did I say I hated him? I meant I loved him. Common misunderstanding. The takeaway is if you torture someone, rape them, force them to be eaten by their own children, they'll love you eternally for not decades, millennia. Yeah. Until someone else convinces them not to love you anymore. Stockholm syndrome. Yeah, I don't know. It's not even Stockholm syndrome. Yeah, everyone died off screen except for Mikasa. Mikasa's the only one that died. Mikasa's the only one worthy of having a epilogue showing their lives. You know, who cares what Armin did after that? Who cares what Reiner did? Who cares what anybody else did? As long as it's not Mikasa fucking crying at Aaron's grave for 27 years. But I feel like those 8 pages were made after the reception of the ending. Isayama made those 8 pages in order to like counter the hate that people had, because I don't believe that 139 was originally intended to have anything additional added other than the original release. I really don't believe it. Farmakun didn't die. Farmakun could never die. He's a god. Are you crazy? He will never die. Black and white bird theory. Yeah. No, Aramikas are just, I don't know, bro. I don't know how you can watch a relationship like that one and feel any type of like, I don't know how you can watch a person chop someone's head off and kiss it and feel anything. I just don't understand. Except for disgust. You think so, Macaron? I don't think so. Because have you read the alternate universe pages? Unless Isayama didn't write that, then I don't think so. That finale, the finale was one hell of a ride. I just don't know, man. What's the point of Reiner's conclusions? He's a weirdo, dude. Yeah, Aaron was asleep the whole ending. Aaron was literally asleep. He's knocked the fuck out. Are the Titan powers passed down? Who fucking knows? He said, Aaron, what a man you are. What did he say? What did Aaron say to Reiner to make him say that? That's another unanswerable question. What the fuck did he say to that man? What did he say? Really, Christina? You should have been like, why am I not dead? Was Reiner one of the friends Aaron was talking about when he was on the train? That must be it. At least Bert didn't get destroyed. I mean, the only way to not get destroyed was to die before the time skip. I guess Sasha too. Basically to die before the rumbling. Anybody who died before the rumbling was good. I'm just like you, a simp. No, I'm worse. What'd he say to Annie? I don't think Annie was crying over him. Why is Annie on a boat with everyone else considering she doesn't speak much? Cause we're friends now. Gotta put the past behind us. Who cares if she spent our friend around like a yo-yo? Who cares if her invasion was the reason why my grandfather died? Who cares? I love her. Nah, I would be okay with them putting aside their differences to work with Annie in order to stop Eren. I understand that that's what Isayama was going for. I could let that slide, but Armin loving her is just too much. That's just too much. You've gone too far. It's gone too far, man. He's sniffing farmer coons. Imagine like this man literally, he don't risk his life. He don't have nothing to do with the plot. He don't even have a name. And he's smashing the queen. Yep, Annie gets everything she wanted. She was the most selfish character in the entire story of Attack on Titan, and she got everything she wanted. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's just clearly fucked up. Antonio. Yeah, Isayama doesn't know about romance. This confirms it. Like I thought he did, but no, he doesn't. There's not one romance in Attack on Titan that's not a problem, except like a side character's romance. But you know, a romance that actually has to be developed. Right, exactly, Mika. Like that moment where Annie ran to her dad, and like she like reached out and he turned into a Titan. Perfect. I was so happy. I was like, yes, great bitch. Like there's no more of a punishment she could have gotten. Everything she did was to get back to her dad. Like that's all she's been talking about since season 1. I want to get back to my dad. I gotta get back to my dad. I gotta get back to my dad. And the moment she finally like within arm's reach just turned into a Titan, perfect. I would have been perfectly okay with that. That's great. And then he just comes back. Like what? Like okay, well that doesn't even. I mean okay, well that's that. No, yeah, Ari, right, exactly. Like, if you want to make a selfish character, there's nothing wrong with that. But in a story like this, a selfish character cannot get rewarded. Because you have selfless characters not getting rewarded. So how the fuck can a selfish character get rewarded? That's just bullshit. Because, Will Mars, she's not Eren, so it's fine. Eren can do what he wants to do. Annie can do what she wants to do. She's only killing us because she wanted to get back to her dad, even though she voluntarily left him. But yeah, it's fine. Yeah, that too. Snow Wolf, yeah. Like when I saw that, I was like, yeah, this is great. This is fine. This is fine. I was like, they're gonna turn into Titans. Okay, cool. That's why I said people hate that chapter 138. I didn't have a problem with anything in 138 except for the kiss. That was what killed it for me. That kiss killed it. But everything else was fine. I don't know, but hey. That kiss killed it though. That kiss was no. Ooh, you lost me there. You had me in the first half. Well, yeah, the street geek, you know, that's true. But at the end of the day, a father is a father. You know, it's human nature to want to be with your father. We can understand that. We never really got her backstory as to why she became a warrior, but it's not necessary for the plot. Like I said, I will let things slide if if the ending was great. I would have let it slide. Like, I wouldn't have cared all too much. But because the ending's ass, well, now I have to talk shit. Kanye and Annie's dead, and maybe Jean should have died in 139. They should have stayed Titans, and in the process of them fighting Eren and the worm, they would have had to kill them in order to, because they were getting in the way of the worm. Which is it just raises even more questions. Like, why did Eren even have them turn? Well, I guess the worm did it, but was the worm acting independently, or was the worm on Eren's side? What was the worm on Ymir? Was the worm Ymir, or the worm its own life form? Like, what? Another unanswerable question. Unanswerable question. To a mom, to a stepmom. Shut up, dude. Shut up. That's hilarious. All right, my video's done. My video's done downloading. You guys ready to see? Let's see it. I don't know what it's like because I've never seen it. But my editor just sent it to me. Let's check it out. The Warriors of Marley with guys ready for this? This is my video about the Warriors. Let's see. Let's see if the sound is good. The first antagonists of the story. The large titan that literally and figuratively kicked off the series and destroyed Eren's home turned out to be one of his closest friends. The story explains why they did what they did, and while they all had a good enough reason, I think the story failed to capitalize on most, if not all, of their potential. The worst thing is that the story makes them out to be completely incompetent in order to allow them to be caught and defeated by the scouts. And worst of all, 2 of these 3 evil people get to live their lives in happiness. This is not how Attack on Titan should have handled these characters. This is the waste of the Warriors. The Warriors of Marley initially served as the second plot twist in Attack on Titan. The first plot twist in the story revealed that Eren was a Titan shifter, which immediately opened the possibility for there to be other shifters. This is something that the audience has to come up with on their own, though the story does try to help give hints about it.
What is it you think you see? Who do you think the real enemy is here?
Isayama.
Ignore me. Loaded question.
Erwin Smith comes to the conclusion that there are more shifters and that those shifters live among them, and then sets up an expedition to reveal and hopefully capture them. This is when Annie's female Titan is introduced. The story gives a lot more clues when Armin encounters Annie, and we see her behavior before him to be a lot more gentle than with everyone else. Annie fails to retrieve Eren, and in her attempt, she allows Armin to figure out her identity. This causes her to be defeated, only to crystallize herself and take herself out of the story entirely. This means that no other answers can be gotten from her, but Annie herself left them a large clue. Because she and Reiner and Bertolt are from the same village, and also Reiner's hair resembles that of the Armored Titan. Among other reasons, the scouts come to the conclusion that Reiner and Bertolt must be contained, to which Reiner realizes and then decides to strike first. They also successfully escape with Eren like Annie did, only to be ultimately defeated in the end. They get one more chance to capture Eren in the Return to Shiganshina arc, but fail again because of both Erwin and Armin's sacrifices. This leads to Bertolt being eaten by Armin and Reiner retreating to Marley with Zeke and Pete. So up until this point in the story, the main question that could be asked to the warriors is why? Why did they break down the walls? Why did they kill so many innocent people? And why did they build bonds with people who they knew that they had caused unspeakable pain to? Turns out that the reason for this was because as children, they were manipulated into thinking that they were doing something noble, and also that what they were doing was for the best for themselves and their families, when in reality, they were too innocent to see the truth. All of them were being used for their family's gain, especially Reiner, whose mother pushes him to become a warrior only to hopefully get his father to love him, which doesn't even work. Reiner by far gets the most backstory of all the warriors, as he has the most screen time. We learn that Reiner was never supposed to inherit the Armor Titan, and that he didn't earn it. The only reason it happened was because Marcel didn't want his brother to become the Armor Titan, so essentially he sacrificed Reiner in order to save his brother. This all but destroyed any ounce of confidence that Reiner had built up to this point in the story, as he believed that it was his determination and hard work that got him his Titan, when in reality, he never even came close to earning his Titan on his own merits. The guilt Marcel has for putting Reiner in this situation, and also the fact that Marcel was a good person in general, he sacrifices himself to save Reiner from a Titan. With Marcel gone, Annie and Bert think it best to abort the mission. Without a leader like Marcel, they don't think they could ever successfully complete the mission. This is where Reiner changes. Reiner refuses to accept failure anymore. Reiner refuses to go back to his old life and forces himself and the warriors to proceed with the mission. Reiner takes on Marcel's persona, which causes him to be a decent enough leader and also makes him very likable towards the cadets, specifically Eren. Now, Reiner and the warriors join the cadets in order to gather intel, which is a good enough plan, but what they didn't realize is that the devils that they were raised to hate were not devils after all. This causes them to build connections with them, either on purpose or by accident.
What do I need to do to be like you or Mikasa? I've got to change, or I'll die without accomplishing a damn thing.
Just do what you have to. Keep moving forward. That's all we can do.
Right. Thanks for the advice.
Which in turn causes a moral dilemma in Reiner and Bertolt that has them question themselves and their cause. Reiner even starts to mentally forget his situation at times, and whenever he is reminded of it, he is disgusted with himself. I think it was really important to show the audience that Bertolt and more importantly Reiner had a great deal of regret and guilt for what they had done and the relationships that they had built and then broken. The most important relationship built is between Eren and Reiner. Knowing Reiner's past and everything that he went through, how he was a failure who kept moving forward, when Eren breaks down before him, Reiner can't help but feel an attachment towards him and help him up, something that he most likely wishes that someone would have also done for him. This does end up happening, but not in the way he wanted it to. When Reiner is at his lowest point, contemplating suicide, he stays alive only for those who need him. He has no will to live, and every day he regrets what he did to Parody. Up until Eren arrives and he finally has the opportunity to atone for his sins. He begs Eren to cast judgment on him, to take him out of his misery, but Eren doesn't. Eren understands why Reiner did what he did, and now helps Reiner up to show Reiner that he does not see him as any less of a respectable person than himself. Eren then transforms and Reiner takes action, but only to protect Falco. So Reiner has a brilliant arc up until this point. Reiner's character is all about failure and redemption. For all the pain and atrocities Reiner's caused, he had to have a moment where he made up for that, and the story was building towards that moment, but unfortunately it never happened. Reiner had a redemption arc, probably one of the best redemption arcs I've ever seen, but he never had an act of redemption, which is crucial for his character. You can argue that his act of redemption was holding the worm, but that's not really fair because he had to do that to save himself too. And in my opinion, this one act does not atone for everything that he did. It does not atone for what happened to Marco. Speaking of Marco, this is the murder that affects the warriors the most. It's the moment where Reiner's split personality first developed, and also the moment where Annie shows that she truly does feel pain for the people she is killing. Marco's death also leads to the revelation of Annie and the others, but of course, Marco is never referenced in the story ever again. Poor Marco. But back to Annie. Annie's goal in this series was to get back to her father. The story makes it very clear that Annie is a cold and brutal monster who only cares about that one thing. The only time in the series where she shows any ounce of remorse is with Marco. So, unlike Reiner, Annie did not have a redemption arc, which means that she as a character did not deserve to reach her goals and be happy. But of course, that's what she got for some reason. Annie didn't suffer, Annie didn't sacrifice, Annie didn't mourn, Annie didn't have a mental breakdown, Annie didn't even apologize for what she did. Yet, the story and the characters therein forgive her. For all the people she killed brutally, all the soldiers who lost their lives, the scouts sit with Annie as she eats a pie. Was this truly the correct way to handle a character like this? Did she not deserve punishment for the crime she committed? The only warrior who receives punishment is Bertolt, and even though he deserved it, he was the most gentle of them all. It just doesn't seem right to me. Anyways, I think I've covered enough of the summary about the Warriors now. In the end, I feel like Reiner was a great character, especially when juxtaposed with Eren, but he needed his act of redemption to truly solidify his character arc. Annie needed to receive punishment, which I thought her father turning into a Titan right before her eyes was a very fitting punishment until it got undone. But now I want to go over the plan that the Warriors had. Let's first discuss the goal of the plan, which was to break down the walls until the founding Titan revealed itself, and then to capture the founding Titan. So their first move, have Bertolt kick down the wall and have Reiner knock down the second. This is a good enough plan and it is a success. Second move, infiltrate Parody and then their branches of authority for intel. So far so good. Eren is revealed to be a shifter, and they know there are only 2 shifters on the island. So there's a possibility that Eren could be the coordinate, which means Eren must be captured. Still, everything's going well. It isn't until the scouts manage to capture a Titan, check this out, man, 2 Titans, that the Warriors' plan starts to get a little goofy. Why did Annie kill these Titans? This action ends up being a major clue as to what's going on in the story for the scouts, and she essentially revealed that there were traitors among the scouts, which causes Erwin to devise a plan to reveal them. But still, the question remains, why did Annie do this? The common answer is that Annie did not want the scouts learning more about Titans than they already knew. The problem with this answer is that we now know that there was nothing that could have been learned from these Titans that the scouts didn't already know from their years of research. The only secrets you can possibly learn from captured Titans are secrets that the scouts already knew. The only thing that they didn't know about Titans at that time was that Titans are people, which they would have never been able to find out just through observation. So it was essentially pointless to kill those Titans. But that act is what made it blatantly obvious that there were traitors among the scouts.
Not a great plan.
So then Erwin starts an expedition in order to trick the traitors to reveal themselves. Originally, I had a problem with the fact that only Annie went by herself, when Reiner could have easily come with her. But then I realized the reason why they didn't do it that way was because it would have revealed them all at one time, and on the off chance that they failed, or even if they succeeded and Eren was not the coordinate, it would have been insanely difficult to get back into Parody while staying under the radar. My question is, why didn't Reiner go? They already knew the Armored Titan existed, and Bertolt could have been the one to gather the intel on where Eren was, so why reveal another enemy that the scouts never knew existed? I get that Annie is the fastest, but Reiner can be pretty fast too. Faster than a horse, that's for sure. Also, once Annie finally captures Eren, why does she not just swallow him? The story never really gives a good explanation for this. I assume it was so that they could get intel from Eren, but they already knew Eren as a person. They know he has no idea about anything, so why not just eat him? Worst case scenario, he's not the founder, but he's eliminated as a threat, and best case scenario, he is the founder and the mission is complete. The only other counter argument that I can think of is that Annie wanted to let someone else and Marley eat him, but in a situation like this, do you really have liberty to make that decision? Would Marley really have been upset if Annie had eaten Eren if it completed the mission? I doubt it. I just don't understand why Annie didn't eat him. I thought the story would say something like maybe shifters can only have one Titan, and if they eat another, it won't do anything, and that shifter would go to a random baby or something like that. You could then just write that the attack Titan had the ability to disregard this rule, or that the founder was an exception. Just something like that to make this decision logical. But as the story goes now, Annie had absolutely no reason not to just swallow Eren here. Same for Reiner and Bert when they were running away with him. This seems like a glaring plot hole to me now, and I would love for someone to try to fill it in the comment section.
In the meantime, let's continue with the plan. So now Annie has been outed and is gone, which leaves Reiner and Bertolt as the only survivors of the original warriors. Zeke does show up to provide assistance and new leadership, but I'm saving him for the Zeke video. It's a good thing that Zeke arrives though, because he helped Bertolt and Reiner come up with an excellent plan, and they used that plan to cause an unbelievable amount of destruction to the scouts in the Return to Shiganshina arc. But still, it ultimately leads to their defeat due to Zeke's unbelievable amount of cockiness and Levi just being Levi. Also, why was Bert so dead set on walking to the wall? Had he just let Armin stand there, he would have never died. Armin was absolutely no threat to him. There was no reason for him to use so much energy to kill him. He could have stopped when Armin was clearly incapable of fighting anymore. This was such an idiotic move which led to his defeat. Had Bertolt not been so stupid, he never would have been defeated. If Armin had thunder spears or was at least near Bertolt's nape, I could understand it a little better. But as it is now, I just don't understand why Bertolt thought it necessary to emit so much energy just to take out Armin, the weakest of all scouts, but also the smartest of all scouts, who clearly would never do something like this without a plan, and who wasn't even near his nape. Much like Marley, the warriors just seem to do stupid thing after stupid thing to help the characters in the story discover them and then defeat them. I could understand them doing stupid things when they were children, but in reality their plans made the most sense when they were children. All three of these characters had so much potential, and the only one that completed an arc was Bertolt. Bertolt learned to accept that he was a monster and to not allow guilt to hold him back from doing what was necessary. He went from someone who begged to be understood to someone who could care less about being understood, and also realized that maybe he didn't even deserve to be. When Bert dies, before he realized what happens, he sees the scouts and immediately begs for them to help him, only to realize that he is not their friend and they are not his friends. He gets reminded in his moment of death that they were, as he stated earlier, his enemy, and his death was of his own doing. Reiner and Annie, however, well, they get to live happy lives with their loved ones, and Reiner gets to sniff Historia's letter. The end.
Yeah, that's my favorite ending of any of my videos. But yeah, how do you guys like? I think that was pretty good. I think I made some pretty good points. Yeah, I think I made some pretty good points there. I like that. I'm happy with that. Man. Appreciate you guys. I'm gonna upload it tonight. Have it up tomorrow, probably like around in the afternoon. But yeah. Oh, there's my editor right there. That's my editor. Tom FXQ is my editor, guys. So there you go. But yeah, I'm about to head out, guys. Have to get ready for bed. Got work in the morning. There's a great stream today. I'm gonna upload the VOD for the interview tomorrow, as well as that video as well. And appreciate you guys for stopping by. Yeah, I definitely didn't understand the story at all, Jay. But yeah, appreciate you guys stopping by, and remember, we're gonna be doing another live stream on Friday. We're gonna do it an hour before the official release of AOT No Requiem, so we can just go through. We're gonna read 136 again together, and then we're gonna react to the actual release. So get hyped for that. Can't wait to see you guys then. And in the meantime, you guys have a great rest of your day. It's been a great time talking to you guys, and I'm gonna give the creators the donations stream. So the AOT No Requiem team, and we appreciate you guys and for stopping by and all the energy and stuff like that. And you guys have a great rest of your day.